All right, guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube platform. I'm your host, JD. If you're new, please do consider liking, sharing, and definitely subscribing to the platform. And if you're a member of the platform, massive respect to all of you lovely people that continuously support the channel and all of those things. All right. So as I saw by the listing, we're going to be talking on Concacaf teams that will be participating in the World Cup qualifiers, men senior World Cup. All right. So the two main teams that we're going to be discussing will be Curaçao and Jamaica in this one. I know that I've been extremely vague from the other day, but we have to do what we have to do. And I have started this one a little bit early. It's literally around 12 o'clock in the day. But one thing I do know, you guys do check in the video regardless of when it is, and we are going to be trying to produce information, and that's the main thing. So whenever you get this video, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you don't have a chance to come in the live chat, I've already seen people here. We saw Joseph Brown in the house, Lamar and DNA. Massive respect. So I wanted to produce the Curaçao prelim roster. Then look at the new inclusions, how strong they have gotten and stuff. We're going to do Trinidad and Tobago, and we're going to do all of the other teams because no teams is actually below the standard for us to discuss because it's football and you have opponents. All right, you can't just stuck every single day, 365 days on Jamaica team. You understand? Because Jamaica does not play Jamaica. All right, you need to know about opponents. That's how you know if Jamaica is going to be good or your Jamaica is not going to be good. All right, yes. And several times we have pumped up the team and then people come and disrespect us after the team actually plays because they said based on how we talked, they believe that the team would have just steamrolled everybody. So that's why it's good to put everybody in the conversation. So I'm going to start with Curaçao and Jamaica this time around. Big up all the people inside the chat. So prelim squad list. This said squad list, but it's still a prelim for me. All right, you have Trevor, Dorbush, you have Leandro, Marencia, and Eli Room as the goalkeepers. Then you have Bazor, you have Rashan Van Emma, and you have Floranos with Fanville as the first force defenders. Gary, Sambo, and Saint Diego as the rest of the defenders. And then in midfield, you have the Bakuna brothers, Joninho and Leandro Bakuna. You have Tahiti Chong added to the list. Tahiti Chong actually added to the list. Quality player, come through a very good schooling, and he's going to be one of the best creative players on the actual field if Jamaica should meet Curaçao. So that is a very good addition for Curaçao right there. All right, you have Camencia, Felinda, Marta, Noslin, and you have Godfred to finish off the midfield. I'm going to go through all of the new additions, but obviously I have to pinpoint Tahiti so you guys know exactly who he is. Jeremy Anthony's Castana seems to come in on fire over the last competitions. Yes, so that was a good addition because I do believe that Curaçao needed goal scorers and he added a lot of goals. All right, you have Loca Dia, Margarita, and Sarivina as the additional ones. They literally said this is the final squad for September 5th and September 9th. All right, so these are the guys and they fine-tuned everything too. And let me tell you where the update is. They have done this for 4 days. 4 days ago, they already released their squad for the final updates, which is ridiculous. Because the one that I shared before was saying that it was a prelim, and this literally turned out to be their final roster. So Tahiti Chong currently at Luton, but you know him from in the Premier League academies and stuff. Tommy Saint Diego coming in from Cave Mechelen, that's in Dutch, from Belgium, and you have Bazor coming from Kanyaspor, and you have Deveron Panville coming in from Dordrecht. with Sambo coming in from Sparta Rotterdam, and you have Nozlim coming in from Telstar, and Leandro Marencia coming in from FC Twente U21. All right, U21. So that's the only U21 player came in. I've always heard that they're going to add players to their squad, quality players that can really shift the needle for their team. Does these players shift the needle for their team? Obviously, if it was a higher class, like in the Europe, you could say, oh, these players need some more tweaking. But we have to put context to everything. And context means it's a Concacaf. Concacaf ain't really good. All right, in football terms, or in real level football terms, CONCACAF ain't really good people. There have only been 2 good teams in CONCACAF for the last 5 million years, and it's actually Mexico and United States. Everybody else are they are pretty much playing catch up. That is just the reality. It doesn't matter what people try to spin it around, but it's only 2 teams in CONCACAF. Obviously, Canada start to rise to a level, but people still don't put Canada on the big level. They did well in the World Cup. They did well in the World Cup. That is true, and it pushed Belgium and everywhere. They are spending a lot of money, but they have not gotten the consistency as yet. So it's the only 2 team is actually USA and Mexico. And to be honest, it's only 1 team they expect to always kick on to the next round, which is Mexico, because Mexico have surpassed the group stage maybe more than most other even European teams as well. So we have Imaxit in the house, big up yourself, thanks for being here. Aldrin in the house, big up yourself, thanks for being here. And Brian Burke in the house, massive respect. As you come in, smash the like button, leave your thoughts in the comment section. All right, this is going to be 2 hours. I know it's very early, but tell you what, I never even cared. I just want to come and enjoy myself talking about the squad, because I don't care about the numbers. People will come here regardless. You understand me? Yes. So if it's later, they will come. So I just need to do my job. All right? Yes. So we're out here burning on the building for 2 hours, and then I can move on to my rest of my day, people. So Curaçao squad, let me know what's your take on it. I think they have added some good additions. I do believe that maybe by the time they have to face Jamaica, I think they're going to add even more players to their team. All right, because I had 6 new additions from day 1. That was 2 months ago, and they have already added 7 here. So they added 2 more than what I thought. No, they added 1 more than what I thought, and I still believe that they are going to add at least 3 more players to complete this grouping. So with that said, how much it moves the needle for them? I think it moves the needle for them big time in CONCACAF, big time, because they're going to be playing Trinidad and Tobago. They're going to be playing Jamaica. Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago are not the 2 top dogs in CONCACAF. They are not the 2 top dogs in CONCACAF. They are mid-tier teams in CONCACAF. Jamaica have the potential to add good players, but good players does not necessarily mean you are good at football as well. Good players just means you bring good players in, and then you have to work to get good at football, including Curaçao as well. That doesn't exclude Curaçao. That includes Curaçao as well. All right, but so Jamaica has the potential to add good players. The last competition, Jamaica was terrible, horrible. There's no other way to say it. And you can't just fight me for saying that, because the commentator said that as well. The coach said that as well. The new role man, he said that on the radio as well. So I don't know why people will beat me for saying that. So I don't know what Jamaica team will turn up. I don't know what they have learned from the last competition. You know, I don't know. I'm just hoping that they have learned something from the last competition and they can put it into this new tournament. All right, because I am tired of saying that Jamaica will be the top team and then it doesn't turn up. It makes me seem like I am just like I'm turning into the egotistical maniacs them that talks one-sided, you know. So I'm just hoping that that time comes very fast, so I don't turn into one of those individuals, because I like to assess players and then come to my conclusion. And sometimes we kept getting good players and it seems to not translate just the same. I don't know how that is possible. All right. So for me, recruitment out of 10 for Curaçao, included, you have to put the context in, and the context is Concacaf ain't good. And these players are solid players, to bar good players. Because Tahiti Chong is a very good player. Very, very good player in CONCACAF. Very, very good player in CONCACAF. All right. So, there are 3 players on this that are very good players. All right. St. Diego will add a lot of quality to this team, and Bazor will add a lot of quality, and even Sambo will add a lot of quality to this team. All right, they have been kind of weak in the depth. I think that these guys will add enough depth to their team to make them a threat to this competition. This maybe don't make them the favorites, but they are going to be much better than where they were before. All right, so that is up. That is what's up with Curaçao. All right, Curaçao. All right, yeah. Mr. Elmo, how you doing, man? Big up yourself. Leon Mitchell, big up yourself. Chevron says Jamaica now going to World Cup. We can't say that Jamaica not going in the World Cup. Jamaica should be the favorites out of this group. Jamaica should be the favorites out of this group. All right, but it's not a given that anyone goes to a World Cup. All right, we saw last World Cup. Let me see if you guys are football head. What took place after the last? We had 4 more games to go. USA looked solid. Panama looked almost a gift. Canada looked like almost a gift. Mexico looked like they were wobbling a little bit. What happened when the last World Cup qualifier happened? Finished, people. Let me see if you guys are watching football. Love life, best. Big up yourself. Thanks for being here. What actually took place? The biggest upset that took place when it finished. Remember, you know, 4 teams look like it's a sure lock. USA nearly dropped out of the entire qualification. That's what happened. Panama dropped out of the entire qualification. Canada hung on when Canada had several points away from clear leading to first. They hung on to grab first place, and Mexico rallied back to almost steal first place. And then it was Costa Rica that won all of their games and qualified. But after with 5 games left, everyone would have thought Canada for sure, because Canada was at the top, right? USA for sure would have took second, and Panama would have took third, and maybe Mexico would have came in 4th. You understand me? And remember, these are teams that when you look at their squads, you're saying that USA, Mexico should be 1st and 2nd. So it should be a given for them. So what I'm going to ask you, because all of that is accurate, right? Once you said yes, my question to you, if they are the top dogs of this region, why it's a given for Jamaica to make anything? Like, answer me, please. Why it's a given for Jamaica to make anything? And that's where sensible conversation comes in. You understand me? Because I just repeated everything that took place in the last World Cup qualifiers. And all the top dogs that have started this video telling you about, they struggled to make it to the World Cup. Mexico had to go on a long spell to go back into the top half. USA had to hang on. If they lost 1 more game or even drew a game, they wouldn't have qualified. You understand me? And that's why when you have to have rational conversations. You know, yes, people can tell you that they're bright, but what that means, if you're delusional, it limits you just the same. You know, having rational conversation. So for me, people, I will never come here and overhype anything. I will analyze, and if Jamaica is the best team, I will say Jamaica should qualify. Like what I'm saying now, that Jamaica should qualify based on the pool that they have. Because I've just read out a final listing. Jamaica was not listed. Jamaica have not listed a final listing. They changed it to a new word called watch list. So they invented something else, maybe to to try and act like they're closing of the storm of the YouTubers they're talking about players. Because what the problem is, the JFF trying to control the actual good YouTubers, you know, are the weight pullers YouTubers. So they are trying to dent in the market for making people don't believe anybody. But I think what they did just a while ago is literally making everybody believe everybody, because I told people that they were looking into Whisper on the list, and he made the list as well. Travis came here and told me that JD, don't believe Janie Weather. And I said I never believed Janie Weather. I literally knew that was the case from before, and I stuck on that, and he's on the list. I don't know if he's going to make the final list, which we're going to get into now, which is the 44, and then we will dissect it and stuff. But I'm trying to show you people that be careful. You have a lot of them trying to manipulate the space. They weren't talented enough as YouTubers, so they try to use narrative now with the JFF to try to censor free speech. They don't really want free speech, because free speech people don't go around the corner to take people's money, and don't go around the corner to fight against other people. They stand here and be talented with the fan base. I'm literally doing a video 6 o'clock in the morning. How would I be so confident that all of you guys would have turned up? You know why? Because I've worked hard. You understand me? I never had to pull any shenanigans to make it be that way. So once I say something here, the moral of the story, once I say something here, I can back it 1000%, because I don't speak to people. Anything I say, it has to be from the source that I'm talking, the people that I'm talking on. I don't have any relationship with nobody, and I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to give you guys authentic conversations, you know, that's it. And straight from the sources. If it's a footballer, it's footballer. If it's the mathematics, it's mathematics. You understand me? That's what we are on. Cool, and big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Chris, Imaxit the best around here. I have not been around here for a while, you know. I'm enjoying my life, people, you know. I'm enjoying my life, having some very good football studies and conversation with educated football people, you know. And believe me, no disrespect, I think I'm much more happier to having those conversations more than coming online, you know, because coming online is just to make sure I try to pass the information to the people and stuff. But those conversations can make me reach further in life, because what I have to do in my business, that can help me, because those are people that are educated in the sport, you know, yeah, and want to see me reach somewhere, you know, yeah. So yeah, cool, and big up yourself, massive respect. Alj said JD 4-4 a kick, like what? All right, let me get into it. All right, they said a big boss whisper. So people, when we're here telling the things, don't let Travis and them man they come here and try to muddy up our waters. When we say something, we are not in their groups. We don't use the group thing to corner people around the corner to beg people. All right, yes. So people, avoid groups and avoid giving away your money to people. All right, Jamaica will play, and you don't need first-hand information, all right? Because people trying to sell information, and most of those information turn out not to be accurate. So don't waste the time, people. Stay on YouTube. That is where you came from. Don't make anybody draw your own a corner. I'm not going to tell you again. Don't let anybody draw your own a corner for their benefits, all right? Yes. People should look at job if they want 200 and 100 US dollars. They should look at job, all right? Or be good at YouTube, and you will gain the 200 and 300 US dollars, all right? Yes. So don't let people bring you in a corner, because you don't love man, all right? Like myself. Let me continue, people. Let me go to the Jamaica fantastic list, all right? Yes, which is called the new watch list, all right? The new watch list. Let me get it up here for you. Morning, Warren. How you doing, man? Massive respect, big boss. All right. All right. So let me pull it up now. All right. So, why did? Okay. Let me pull up this one, and then we will talk on this because that is good. Dwayne, how you doing, man? Big up, big up, big up. Long time no see. Hope all is well with you and the family, and hope all is well with everyone as well. All right. So Reggae Boys watch list, road to 2026 watch list. All right. We're gonna go through all the categories a little bit more detailed. All right. Yes. And as you come in, remember to hit the like button. We have 63 in the house. and we have 20 likes. So get the likes up on the video. I know it's early, so maybe a lot of people coming from my other platforms, you know, or because sometimes it's sync. I don't know how YouTube did that, but incredible from YouTube. Sometimes the links going into my next channel, I don't know how they work that, but it's incredible. So the goalkeeping department, Andre Blake, Jamali Wake, Shaquan Davis, Amal Knight, Tafari Chambers. All right. I would say that maybe in the goalkeeping department, if you said this is a watch list, you have several other goalkeepers that I saw people sending me clips on that they said are eligible to for Jamaica. I have not done the research on that as yet. Float management, big up yourself. I have not done the research as yet. So maybe I won't speak conclusive on it. But maybe if those guys were actually... Maybe if those guys were actually has a full papers, I think that they are you could have put them in, because the last time Shaquan Davis played, I'm not so impressed with him at all, you know. But we kind of see the consistency. If some people play terrible, they seem to stay in the team, you know, which I don't understand. Make no sense. So Tafari Chambers did play it for him. So I can say good afternoon all the people that's coming in. Massive respect. All right, we are burning on the building a long time, 20 minutes ago. So that means you guys only getting 1 more hour because the 2 hours we have. All right. So Shaquan Davis is the only one that I think he doesn't deserve a place. I don't think he has done nothing to deserve a place at all. And we have to go off what people gave us. Don't tell me that he's great, and I've not seen that greatness. Because you can't send me to a JPL game to tell me that he's great. I'm very sorry. You know, only Marlon told me that he was great 100 years ago, but clearly he was not good in the Unity Cup, and I don't think he should make the final cut. Yeah, I'm very sorry if I'm harsh right there. TEDx, a bigger better, but I have to stick with what I saw, and I think you have several other young goalkeepers that can represent Jamaica, at least to my knowledge now, and I don't see them on this list. All right, but Amal Knight, I've always said Amal Knight. I don't know why. I know that people said that when Jamaica went to Suriname, the garbage Suriname, Jamaica did drew with them 1-1. And I'm being sarcastic when I say the garbage Suriname. But according to the one delusional soul that seems to have a problem with Suriname. Yes, that same garbage human beings, it being. That was the game that they used because they needed a scapegoat at the time. So that was the game that they used to say that he shouldn't be back in. He made several saves in that game for Jamaica not to get embarrassed in Suriname. That 1-1 draw. Go back and watch that game. He commanded his backs well. Obviously, the goal was slightly of whatever error, but I don't think it's an error. I just believe that a lot of people went there and it get more complex for him to save the ball. So that's why I would not say it's an error. And I think that he got blackballed based on those fantasy stories that they sold. I thought that he was a better goalkeeper than majority of the local goalkeepers at the time. And Amal Knight should have stayed in the team. He should have stayed in the team 1000% in my opinion. All right? Because he was the one kept Jamaica in that game. And if Jamaica had lost that game, it would have been terrible for them. Horrible for them. So he kept Jamaica. Him and the center defensive central. Those two guys got never got called back. What's his name again, man? Let me. Can I miss? He played in USL. Can I forgot his name, man? What's his name again, man? You guys will drop his name in the chat because I know this is a very bright channel. You know, yeah. But those two guys saved Jamaica for that tournament. Saved Jamaica that tournament. Kevin Lambert. Thank you, Brian. Kevin Lambert. Those two guys saved Jamaica. I'm surprised that they never got called back. But they were actually good players. Very, very good players. So to see Amal Knight on this, I have no problem because he should have been on previous lists. You understand me? He should have been on previous list a long time. All right. Yes. So glad that Aman Light is on this actual list. Man of Valor, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. But those two guys literally saved Jamaica. And Kevin Lambert saved Jamaica twice because he was the one that took out Bessiswar in the National Stadium after Bessiswar pretty much dominating the game in the National Stadium when Jamaica won 3-1. All right. In the end, Jamaica won 3-1 after Bessiswar came on. Very, very two good games to watch to show you, yeah. But that was no good Suriname team. Yeah, that did that to Jamaica. Yeah, so anyways, let me move on. Lambert should have been, and Lambert went on to do well in USL, you know, every single season. Yes, he got by for the MLS I thought, and never got much game, but he was still performing better than Magee, better than everybody else, but never got no call. And Jamaica was lacking a defensive central. And we went to Jamaica and signed Sule Makala. There is no football day in history Sule Makala is better than Lambert. There is no football in history. So that's why I'm asking, is it that people just finding story to give to the coach, or the coach actually knows these players? There is no football world that this kid is below Makala. It makes no sense. Zero sense. So Kevin Lambert should have been on this list a long time. And I'm surprised that they never put him back on this damn list. All right? Maybe they need people of the ilk of me with the knowledge of what took place in Jamaica games and players that actually played for Jamaica before. All right? Because clearly they don't have everybody like that. Maybe the only person that's like that is Simon Preston. That's it. Everybody else no know nothing that took place beyond the last game and don't beyond the last day. All right? Yes, that's it. All right. Yeah. So, anyways, let me go through the list now. Yeah, I'm very so Kevin Lambert, we're rooting for you. I'm very shocked that you're never been mentioned back again in a Jamaica team. All right. Dexter Lembekisa. I've not gotten so much game time of lately. So maybe Dexter Lembekisa coming in at this time, you might say that you wouldn't put Dexter Lembekisa in, but the coach claimed to say that he burst forward more than anybody else. But you do have Gray, Tavan Gray. I think Tavan Gray. I'm gonna say something about football, which is a tricky thing. Jamaica should be the team that is always on the front foot. But for some reason, Jamaica always turned up into a battle fight with people. Tavan Gray is a better forward player than Lembekisa. Today, Tavan Gray is a better bombing forward player than Lembekisa. He's actually a better forward playing player than Lembekisa today. A better technical player than Lembekisa today. Today. You understand? But because Jamaica system is it is perceived to be the top dogs, but because Jamaica have always been on the back foot in every game. We saw Trinidad, one half Jamaica dominated and looked very good. Then the next half Jamaica on the back foot. So if you are much more forward orientated and you sadly play against a big team that obviously Jamaica have always been on the back foot regardless which team they're playing. I saw a little tiny team on a bad field. Mr. Blake had to save us in the 90th minute for we not to draw with them, and I was saying we are giving them 10. You understand me? What we know is how we play football, and our selection caused all of that problems. But what I'm trying to say is some players can't look good because some players are much more dominant in ball position team. So the team that Jamaica should be would have suited a Gray more than even Dexter Lembekisa. But because we picked him in games that we are always on the back foot and he has to always be defending. So if he makes two mistakes defending, then he doesn't do anything offensive, then you start to make your assumption of the player. So what I would say for the analysis stuff, try to check games when his team is on the front foot as well. So check games behind the play, what they do in Jamaica teams, because you might learn a lot more. You might learn a lot more about the players then, because Jamaica team is not where you're supposed to determine what player they are. It's their clubs and what they do should determine what. And when you combine everything together now, it's supposed to click in the Jamaica team, not you just based in off the Jamaica team that doesn't, majority of the time, doesn't really have a principle of football. You understand me? It's always struggling because people coming from all different levels. So it's hard to judge people off that. And I think Tayvan Gray gets a bad rap based off that. Tayvan Gray is a much, much better player than what we give him credit for. Much, much better player. And I think the Tayvan Gray, he still have people on this list because he could go in over Dexter. Yes. He definitely could go in over Richard King. You know? Yes. But anyways, they continue. So Dexter, I am not sure if Dexter deserves the placement. According to the coach, he likes that he bombs forward. I'm hoping that he can keep some level of a standard, which I don't expect to see that level of a standard because he's not playing to the highest level at this point. So Dexter, good talent. I've spoke about him when Wolves had him as their highest prospect, at least top 3 of their highest prospects. All right. So I expect more from Dexter, but I don't think he should make this team at this point. You know, you should have something to aspire to. You know, to make a team is too easy to make for players that is not in the best position at the point. JD, do you think Gray is better player than Bailey? We will get to that part. We'll get to that part. We're talking about Tayvan Gray. We just discussed, not Damarai Gray. All right, yes. So Amari Bell signs with Charlton, started off very good. He's playing in the left side of centre back as well, something that I told you guys about, to stop trying to do experiment putting King at left sided centre back, because we clearly see that King can't play left sided centre back at all. If you want your team to drop in every rating, put King at left sided centre back. Yes, even at his terrible team, he was even worse playing at that same position. And that's why he reverted back to the bench in the actual team. So that's why you guys, you need to watch more football and stop selling propaganda. Nobody else came back after that. Yes. So King should not play on left-hand side, and he can't make the right-hand side. So he should never start in a Jamaica team, at least for now, you know, because he's not better than none of the right-sided players then. You know, but you guys sold me so much lies, and I have to be the one watching, come and tell you guys the truth. You never wanted to believe. Look at what happened. All right, so Bell should become one of our second left-sided centre-back personnels. All right, Bell should become the second-sided centre-back. I said that from the last before the Gold Cup. You remember I was telling you guys, let my boy go outside, which is Greg Lee go out left, and then make Amari Bell play the left-hand side. I said that to you guys. Let him play the left-hand side. You understand me? Let him play the left-hand side if Pinnock is not there. You understand me? Those should be the two left-hand sided centre backs. You know, and then if you don't have Gray Greg Lee available, then you can put him out there. You know, and Pinnock is available, you can put him out there. But he should be considered as a second and left-hand side centre-back, because we don't have a traditional left-hand side centre-back after Ethan Pinnock, period. We don't have nobody else. So that tells you what happens, what happens, people. Sometimes everything is slower if you're not good at one side. You understand me? Everything is slower when you're not good at one side. So if you're controlling it slow, that's why when you see King playing, he just looks drastically bad. Poor passing, poor controlling, because you start to overthink things. You understand me? So he's a right-hand centre-back, period. He's not a better passer than nobody else in the team for him to always be on the field. It's not worth it, I'm telling you. But sometimes you guys said I'm too harsh, but you know what? I am just looking at the football for what it is. And that's why I saw it so much earlier than you guys. All right. So Amaribel deserves his position. Good start for Charlton and all of those stuff. Oldgate. I am not so sold on Oldgate's move, you know. But based on what he did before and his versatility, that's the reason why I would still pick him. But I'm not so sold on his move. A lot of you guys said it's still okay with the move. But for me, I am not so sold on his move. But based on his versatility and what he did the last time, I will put him in the team. All right? Yes, I will put him in the team based off that. All right? Let me know if you guys agree. All right? All right, so Mr. Specialist says Oldgate needs to be a starter on the team. And if you're asking me over Oldgate or King, Oldgate is a terrible better player than King by a million miles. So I would agree with you. Better than Damian Lowe, I think he has more attributes than Damian Lowe. But I still believe that I had rated Damian Lowe lower than what he brought to the game, you know? Because when he's not there and we don't have a Dishan Burner with the pace, you kind of see what he actually brings to the team, which is Damian Lowe. So I still think he's better than Damian Lowe as well. But I think that Damian Lowe is the closer one out of him and King. I told you that Damian Lowe is better than King. By far as well. It's not even easy. And I think we were disrespecting Damian Lowe for the longest while. You know? So yeah. So Damian Lowe, he's better than both of them. So yes, he should start. Yes, he should start if it's over the next two. You know, but Damian Lowe, he deserves his position. Joel Latibodier, he has more challenges now, because obviously, the situation of his club is a little bit different. So he has more challenges at his foot. But at this, I think he's a very intelligent player. Maybe one of Jamaica's best technical player, period. I had said that from day one, but people said that, oh, because he's coming from Manchester City, that's why you talk so highly of him. I think he won over every Jamaican fan. That he is technically solid. He's an engine. Yes, he could lose his head from time to time. So that is a low point of his game. That is true. It's not concentration, but his discipline. He could lose his discipline. Saw it multiple times in Jamaica team that he lost his discipline. Yeah. Sports on the bar, big of himself, massive respect. So he could lose his discipline, but when he come on to technical ability and all of those things, he is definitely one. He is definitely one that we can just consider, if he's fully fit, as what El Mexi said, to put him on the team, you know, because he brings so much, just as Oldgate. And based on who we have talked about before, he can make it without even playing 2 days. Because we brought Dexter Lembekisa on this list. He's not playing so much. So him coming back from injury, I still will pick him in the team. So that's what I'm looking at, people, because I'm looking at the level that you're playing, the quality that you showed, and how you had played in the Jamaica team as well. Damian Lowe, yes, JD, Lati works hard for the team. Big up yourself, Mitchell. Bless up DJ Gigs, massive respect. All right, guys, double tap the stream, and that's how the like will come on. All right, we had 38 minutes, so that means we have 1 hour 20 more minutes to go. All right. All right. Sean says Damian Lowe just give away free kicks unnecessarily sometimes, but King gives away more free kicks than Damian Lowe, you know. In body areas, you notice, and he has recovered pace over King. So is it because King is more in the new highlight? That's why we talk about it like that? Or we're not looking at the moments them of the football? Because that's something that I just brought, you know. Because look at the one where King took the yellow card. If it was Damian Lowe, you know, when he dragged down the player, you know, obviously it was Dixon's fault. It was Dixon's fault on the right-hand side for poor passing, right. But if it was Damian Lowe, he wouldn't have kicked down the player. He would have tried to run with the player to put him in a position because he has a recover pace. So are we just beating on Damian Lowe based on just beating on Damian Lowe? Or we're watching the moments of the game? So I want to tell you that others give away unnecessary foul. Let me not just isolate King only, but because I could have remembered about the King situation, that's why I brought it up. Because King took that yellow card, but Damian Lowe wouldn't have necessarily need to take that yellow card because he would have been better positioned, one, and he has the actual ability to track back at rapid pace. So that's two. So it improves the overall conversation. You understand me? So sometimes before we beat a player, we have to look at their attributes. You know? So for me, we reach Damian Lowe now. Damian Lowe deserve to be in the team. I think he had a very good season in Saudi. Yes, but Imaxit, they're not going to talk about it. They only remember they don't respect the masses that they're talking to, so they only come in a time of propaganda that they can overpraise everything. You understand me? They can't deep dive nothing because they don't spend enough time to know things. Look, I'm just telling you about moments that you would have remembered as well, or you can go back and look for it and you see for yourself. You know, so you have something to argue, and you see that I don't make up baseless situations. I am giving you facts. You understand me? Yes. And giving you why I come to that conclusion as well. Well, all right. Damian Lowe, based on what we have selected right here, yes, Damian Lowe, for me, would, even though I don't like his move so much, I still believe that he offers, if you say that somebody that will offer something that is not in the rest of the squad, I would say it's Damian Lowe because he offers recovery pace. And recovery pace is always important in Jamaica's style of play. Jamaica doesn't keep the ball well, and they eye press a lot. They eye press a lot, and they don't keep the ball well. So one fast player can always break the system. You saw what Anderson did to them. You saw what the average ass player did to them as well. From the little the little team that we played down on Badfield. Yes. So because they don't keep the ball well, he's always needed. If we can keep the ball better, then he's not going to be as needed as what you would have. I would believe. You know. Yes. So for now, Damian Lowe is needed in the national team, people, because we don't have much people that can fill the role. That is my take, and I've never gotten paid to say these things, so you can stop the foolishness. I'm only going off football conversation. All right, Greg Lee, BVI. Yeah, BVI was the team, David. Thank you. BVI. I will never come out and say Jamaica dropping 6 and nobody anymore. Because how confident I was about Jamaica dropping 6 on that team. God damn. I was embarrassed, you know. Because we literally hung on and Blake had to save Jamaica to get a point. You know, to get 3 points. Yeah, so Greg Lee is a full pick. I think Greg Lee might be one of the first sure pick on the actual team so far. With Andre Blake, Greg Lee. All right, Ethan Pinnock have not played a while now. Had injuries and also on the bench as well because Brentford had a different pairing that was actually working, so he has to work himself back into the team. Obviously, Brentford changed up a lot of things, so I don't know if he's going to start. Pretty much at this point, he looks like this. They look like they started exactly where the previous coach left off. So he has to work himself back in. But naturally, he's the best defender, period, on the actual list. I think that is that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer conversation, even now, to this point. We have not improved so drastic for us to even think anything otherwise. Ethan Pinnock, still a big dog on the list. So he would be selected for me. Rico Henry added to this list. Rico Henry adds a lot of values. Can play multiple positions as well. He adds pace to the list as well. So that is something you need. Innocent play yesterday. No, I know what innocent. Okay, what do you mean innocent? All right, JD King is on League 2 level. I wouldn't class him on any level, you know. I wouldn't class him on any level. I would just see him. I remember I went to Iceland. Yeah, Iceland is not on League 2 level. He never did anything. Oh, Pinnock play yesterday. Yeah, but AC, we know that. We know that. No, we know people. I never said he never played. I said they look like they're going with their same natural pairing from last season. So that means the Premier League games, the favorable games, he never started in. So that's what I was talking on. And I said he has to work him way into the team. That's what I said. All right? So kind of listen to me exactly what I meant. All right? Yes, because I think I was clear. Big up yourself, Jesse Good. Thanks for being here. All right? I was trying to hide it. Oh, people started early, but the mass is still there, you know. So it tells us how we are in the place, you know, and can't stop around the place, you know. Big up to all the people that's checking in. We're going to burn on the building continuous. All right, yes. So Ethan Pinnock deserves his time. Rico Henry as well. If he should get picked and everything is done, don't know nothing about these players. Yes, so he would be a good addition on the list to add value. Yes. Zay in the building, big up yourself, thanks for being here. And then Deshaun Bernard. Deshaun Bernard is equally we're going to talk. Leon, please let me focus on what I am talking on at the moment. I have all information. You don't need to tell me anything. Let me speak. All right, let me speak. All right, stop rush my work. All right, I have 2 hours, and after you get these 2 hours, I'm not coming back again, blood. All right, so keep on rushing my work and see what happens. All right. So anyways, Leon go sleep back again and wake up the next hour. All right, yes. So Deshaun Bernard goes in the same ballpark of Damian Lowe. He adds speed to the team. He has passing ability as well, and I think he's criminally underrated for the national team. He is definitely one of the best players, best defender for Jamaica team, and he was on a very good form when he got injured. And I can tell you, I think Deshaun Bernard should be in all Jamaica starting lineup. I'm telling the people, all right? Yes. I'm seeing time no matter. The people yes, the big bad channel is up and running, you know. So people out whatever time it is, you know. Yes, and we're not going. So we are starting so early. Even when it comes to the time of upload for the Jamaicans. I am done. That's how much we don't care, you know. Yeah, now we're chillaxing, you know. Chillaxing and reasoning with things. Yeah, hope everything is all right. Yeah, big up, yeah, man. Deshaun Bernard was on a tier, and maybe was the best performing centre back for that can play for Jamaica at the time, and he got injured. So I'm hoping that he comes with the same form. Yeah. All right, so let me move on to midfield now. KC Palmer still have a lot of work to do. If you have better players, like higher level playing players, you might consider not taking KC Palmer because, and I think KC Palmer is equally in the same department as Tavan Gray. The team has a lot to do with how he performs as well, you know. If he's playing defensive damn positions, it's hard for him to perform because he's a creative player, you know. And if you're on the back foot in games that he should be dominating, he can't pick locks, you know. So KC Palmer, I think he gets disrespected based on how Jamaica plays football. I know a lot of people won't agree with that because you have to dig more deeper. But KC Palmer is a way better player than how he gets sets up in Jamaica team. I remember the once when he was coming on in a match, and a guy asked him where is he playing, and he literally said he's playing deeper. And he looks to the camera very good because his face can't hide things, people. You know, his face can't hide things. You know. And he was not pleased going deeper. I don't need to work for the J5 to know that. His face told me that he was not happy going deep, you know. So KC Palmer, I still believe that he needs a specialist role in the team, and if he doesn't have a specialist role and you can't keep a specialist role, then don't take him. I can understand that. Because if Jamaica if Jamaica is what people says it is, we should be dominating smaller teams. So Casey Palmer should be in the team and should be playing his role, you know? Even the player he told couldn't believe it. Yes, Jason. Okay, so Jason saw it as well. Yeah, so sometimes people, before we beat some of these players, we need to look at the madness that's going on the field as well. And sometimes the players, that tournament was so bad, I'll even the players them face, you know, and we need to have that conversation, you know, because some of these players are funny, you know. Yeah, so Casey Palmer, it all comes on to Casey Palmer is situational. So that we keep Casey Palmer on the side shoulder, if we don't have anybody better. Isaac Aiden got a club. And Isaac Aiden, let me not even waste any time. Isaac Aiden make the team even if he's not playing football. He's the only player that can leave from not playing football and instantly be better than everybody else. So Isaac Aiden, let me know if you guys agree with that. Isaac Aiden make the team even if he never had a club. Even if he's playing U21s. Because he left from U21s and came and played against United States and looked better than everybody. So Isaac Aiden have always looked better than everybody. I think Isaac Aiden make one bad pass, and it was because King was not in the damn position why he made that one bad pass. All right, so Isaac Aiden might be Jamaica's best damn player. So Isaac Aiden make the team at this moment, regardless of whatever condition. 100%. You don't even have to waste your time. There is no waste of time. So let me move on now. John Russell now. John Russell is a weird conversation, people. John Russell is a weird conversation. John Russell is 6'1" million. 6'1" million, meaning like he's 6'5", 6'4". He doesn't play on physicality. He's above earth bestest documentary. Massive respect all the real ones them burning down the building early on. John Russell, he doesn't play off the physical side. He's a silk smooth, hard running midfielder. He's a 6'5" Frank Lampard. That's the best way to say it. He's a 6'5" lower version of Frank Lampard. Yeah. I think based on what we knew about football, we always wanted him on the list. But at this point, he's one of Jamaica's best players. So if anybody can make this list and he doesn't make this list, the coach needs to get boxed down. You understand me? You remember this, and this is the player that tells me that none of these people in position in Jamaica knows nothing about football. Their propagandists came on their YouTube channels and said that he's not good enough. And they are on the team and said these things, you know. He's not good enough and he's too slow. That was the narrative running, you know. And all of our sensible people like we saying, even if that was true, who are you comparing him with? Because that's what people feel to understand, you know. They keep on making up stories about the good players, them, and then omit those players and then put in average ass players. So even if that was true, which is a lie, because John Russell showed that he can move faster than a lot of people. You understand me? So John Russell, I'm glad that you helped people like myself that talks football to kill all of these stupid narratives that they sold to people and con people because they wanted to draw them around a corner to grab their $2 US dollars always, you know? So they wanted to grab them in groups to scam them. So they wanted to act like they have information and they know anything, you know? Yeah. So John Russell was a perfect individual that showcased that they know nothing about football. Yes. And he was one of the only players you could have picked out of anybody that's good. Anybody that's good. Anybody that's good on Jamaica team in the Gold Cup. Anybody that's good on Jamaica team in the Gold Cup was John Russell. I think John Russell is the one that you just take off and said, all right, this is the one that we found in that time, you know? Yes, JD, listen to me. When Isaac got hurt, we looked horrible at the Gold Cup. Facts. and John Russell was better than a great player. That's what I just said. But it exposed the foolishness and their dumb selection, you know. But it tells you, if you hire people that has no knowledge about football, you're going to get no knowledge selections, you know. JD Speeds deserve a box down for true. I never said he deserved the box down, but somebody deserve a box down. Maybe it's him, I don't know. But any one of them deserve the box down. Yeah, man. So, people, these are the selections make you should stay on YouTube and not go into any group. Go follow back a man. All right? Yes. Yeah, man. John Russell, I love that he proved all of them wrong. You know? So, Joshua Anglin. I don't know. Me and Jason talk on this player. I am very sorry. I can name 50 players better than Joshua Anglin. And they are from 18 years old to 21. I don't know how he keeps on getting selected. Jason tell me that he's getting better and the all sort of foolishness. Nah, he ain't getting no better, brother. He's still aggressive, poor positioning, and that's at a lower level, you know. Imagine when the level steps up. Because that's the problem, you know. You have to anticipate the stepping up, you know. You have to make sure they are good enough. So when they step up, how they're going to look. Nah, I don't think he deserves any spot. You could have named even more players in Jamaica above him. I don't think he deserves to even be on this list. I'm very sorry. All right? So Joshua Anglin doesn't deserve to be anywhere in the national team. I'm very sorry. Don't know your youth. I'm only talking about football. All right. Yes. So he doesn't deserve to be on the list. For me, none at all. Yes. Karai Anderson. I think Karai Anderson got disrespected in the national team. I think he deserves to be on. For young kids, he should be ahead of most of the other young kids. All right. Yes. So Karai Anderson. Yes, the last game he came in should have gotten a red card. But he was the only one that added some fight to the damn team and added something to the team when we were getting embarrassed by whatever that team name is, you know, that French team. Yeah. Ian Frey added to the list. Big up yourself, Nicola Francis. Thanks for being here. Anglin doesn't deserve no spot, even if we have 100. Yes, I agree, you know. Yes, I agree. Bless JD. Can you explain why he doesn't deserve what he's lacking in high-level football? That is one. Poor positioning, poor passing ability, poor controlling, and he can't live up to the stamina level. And believe me, click this part, because we're not going to come back to me again if he gets picked to the main team and see how right I was. Because when I like to bash me when I talk, you know. When I like to bash me when I talk, you know. But you don't give me the follow-up glory, which I truly deserve. Because when I talked about King, when he beat me, and then after that, he did not start any more games. You know, people start saying that the next man came back. No. If you're good, whoever came back, you're going to stay in the damn team. Ethan Pinnock came back. They put Ethan Pinnock back in the team. Ethan Pinnock is very good. They never put him back in the team. So sometimes, I think, based off on the country's bias, when the brain cells lose its way in the reasoning as well. You know? Once a local player he gets disrespected. Well, I just talked about other local players, so I think your brain cells leave the conversation because you come here with a preconceived narrative. All right, so that's your problem. You divide the ability to have a solid reasoning because you might join the bandwagon of saying you're a nationalist when you're a con man, like the set of nationalists that are con men. That's just trying to leech off the back of Jamaica. Yes, we are not con men. We need Jamaica to do good because it can help actual kids from not turning gunmen and continue to rise the actual crime rate in the country. So we are standing something. Yeah, that's the difference with us. You realize we're not on the internet every day trying to leech off Jamaica. We just turn up and just give our list. And why is it the one list that we're giving after 50,000 years of not being on the internet? You're a year chatting up your mouth. All right, so I think that should be the end of you now. Let me focus on sensible conversation now, people. All right, they never knew that I had it out for them, you know. Yes, the corner leechers, they were grabbing people around groups, trying to use the JFF name to beg $200. They have no standards. We go and work our $200. So don't come here and tell me about nothing about football. Because we're going to learn football as well. We don't have the standard. All right? Yes. Because I'm here with literally talking good. Good about local players, local born players. 3 or 4 in this video. Damian Lowe born locally. Kevin Lambert born locally. Aman Knight born locally. Brother, get off my program and look a scrub. You know? Anyways, let me continue, people. Yes, that's what I just said for footballing. I don't take my mouth back when I speak, you know. We stand on standard, you know. Imaxit, have you ever watched angling play? Of course. Wells, I have angling on my damn channel. I play football. You know, so that's why I don't talk on the players then, because when the problem is, you see the way on the react just a while ago, that's the reason why Jamaica football can't reach anywhere. That's the reason why Jamaica football can't reach anywhere. That's the sole reason, you know, because we don't have too much affinity towards these players. When you have standard. You remember the other day before? Let me just land for a minute, people. You remember the other day that I told you that a 16-year-old kid took the Shamar Nicholson game. You knew that 16-year-old kid literally went on to win the Gold Cup. The 16-year-old kid went on to win the Gold Cup. Last week, he's the best player on the field again, on Shamar Nicholson's team. At what point we are running back again, running on 45-year-old kids? You understand me? Why we don't stop this foolishness, people? We have such a low standard and a big ego. This is the reason why we can't reach away, you know? Low standard. We have a low dog crop standard and a big ego. Make that make sense. The other team, them have high standard right throughout. We have the other them have high standard right throughout. That's why they might reach somewhere. You understand me? And until we have a high standard, stop making up excuse. That's the only time you're gonna reach somewhere. Having high standard and stop making up damn excuse. People don't read. The reason why I'm not begging $200 and canning out people and joining them in a group is because I have a high standard. I come here with whole heap of education, strong reasoning behind it, and stand for something and talk the facts. I know you guys are going to get upset when I do talk, but you know what? You always come and watch. More than the people where actually I still want to say. All right, look at my videos, then, people. Nobody gets more views than me. My titles are not clickbaity, but you know why? Because you know that I'm not going to come and talk the foolishness. I'm going to challenge you, to watch something. I literally make the category watch football. Because I made all of you guys watch football and think. You understand me? So that's having a high standard. All right? So if you're going to have a big ego, make sure you have a high standard to match it. All right? Yes. So come on, man. Let me wake up people. You know? Yes, see, upliftment say you and Ryan always get the most views. And that is facts. And you know why? Because we stand for something. We stand for damn something. So come on, man. I've talked about 3 local born players, and I've said they deserve to be in the team. And those players are playing at a higher level, but keep on getting overlooked for lower level players. So that's why it's fair to say who is analyzing these selections. Oh, that makes sense. You understand me? Because Kevin Lambert played good and saved Jamaica. Aman Knight saved Jamaica. They never got picked back in the team. But yes, so we skip Aman Knight and gone straight down to Mount Pleasant to pick a goalkeeper. Why? Because one is in Jamaica and one is in the USL. And then one gets a terrible game and we gave him more time again. So people, don't come on my channel with a narrative. Stay in a group and make man catch your own corner and drill out your pocket because you like to be important by mining, man. So stay in on a group and talk amongst yourself. YouTube is not for you. All right? Yeah. So let me move on to the CN Tube, which is YouTube. All right, yeah. Most people have been saying the national team is not for exposure. To get bought. You know, yeah, man. I have to smoke them, man. You know, don't. I am watching all damn football. That's why I'm talking on it. I literally said, "You're a liar. Your brain cell don't work." I said, Palmer is situational. If you're not to pick him because of how Jamaica play, and I said the same thing for Tavan Gray. For Tavan Gray, I said two of those guys don't play good based on how terrible Jamaica team plays, because Jamaica should be one of the perceived big dogs, and we can't keep position, and we can't keep high press systems, so they can't get to flow in that system. So maybe our analysis on these players are wrong. So maybe that's why we need to go to their clubs and watch more games for them. So this is the wrong channel to come to. With pride and education. With pride and education. Don't play with my boy. See your name, you see your name yourself. So how can I be arguing with you? You know? Come on, man. All right? Yeah, man, low standard, man. Low standard people. We don't really join that, man. I would say, Anglin don't deserve it. You know what he should have asked me? Ooh, you would have picked locally. Since you just care about local, man. Because maybe that's your liking, local, man. And not Jamaica. You know? Remember, I know, these are the same people that would have said they are nationalists, you know. He did not even ask me who I would replace him with. And then I would have answered him. But you know what? That time passed. Let me move on, people. All right? Let me move on. Because if he thinks that I am a sellout, and you just asked me a question and I would have answered you. Yes. But he never did. So yes, so yeah, man, those players, and surprising, Lambert kept playing good for the whole time and never got even looking. You know, so I'm just asking who is watching these players. Because if you say you want a defensive central and Lambert playing in the USL and then Sule Makala playing in JPL, oh, that makes sense. You understand me? And Lambert was an established person. You know what that sounds like? It sounds like, you know what? I'm going to hire a man. I am going to hire a man, for a role that he's a specialist in, that never did the damn job before. And then Topper, that is a specialist in that same role that he thrived in. He made a Gold Cup final. The next man is more educated than him. Next man is more certified than him, and both of them doing the same license. So the license excluded, and the next man that have the experience is the less qualified man. Jamaica Football Federation, something wrong. It sounds the same way with Sule Makala and the Kevin Lambert. You see what I'm saying, people? It's the same thing. Just tell me that you favor one, or you have a channel that people should get burst through, and you have to work it this way, and you do the bare minimum to win games. Because if you ask me, I think that they do the bare minimum to win games. I try to find out and gauge what the next team doing, and say, all right, you know what? I only need 5 players from English Premier League can make the team, need to make the team, and then 16 more I can put on the list and add up and do the multiplication. That's the only thing I think. So my honest opinion, that's what I think. I think they've always done the bare minimum from day one. I think Jamaica could have been good in football a long time. But they always wanted to do the bare minimum, because you have people always looking out for themselves and not the actual country. And that defeats the purpose of them walking around telling people that they are nationalists. Because it's not true. They are not nationalists. They are con man. They are in and around the team because they want to scam people and act like they have information, or they want to use the name of the team to bolster themselves, or they want to get players around the team for the benefit themselves because they couldn't do it on their own. So that's what I think. That's my opinion. Nobody will change that until I see changes. When I see a kid a kid playing good in Jamaica. Let me use Jamaica. A player playing very good in Jamaica. And someone look at him and say, you know what? Chambers playing very good, you know. You know what? King not playing good as Chambers. I am going to take out King and put Chambers in. When I see something like that, that's what will sway my mind from them not picking off only friend things than the actual reality. Because remember the last time when I came here and I said, yo, my boy from Mount Pleasant was a better defender. And everybody said, what are you talking about? I'm going to say, yes, I'm watching both of them, you know. And I think one is extremely better than one, you know. And then people went and watched the game with both of them in the game. And came back and said, JD, damn, you know what true you talk. Then the squad I pick. Obviously, I heard that it was papers issues why he never got picked in that squad. But I never saw him in the next squad either. You know, so when I see people putting up the next man that is fully better ahead of the next one, I'm talking only in Jamaica, in Jamaica itself, then I will start to believe that the corruption is running out, you know? Yeah, but for now, I don't believe it. I think it's same corrupted, people doing everything for benefits. You know, when I see people turning up, if they're in the department of what is said, any department that they're in, when I see seeing that they're giving more than what they're taking, then I can start to believe that it's changing. But no, people, no. You're not gonna bully me into nothing. You can't bully me into nothing at all. So Ian Frey added to the list. Ian Frey is a defender that can play in midfield as well. Anywhere you want to use him, he would have been a good addition. So Ian Frey can make the team, but Gray would make the team. That's kind of questionable as well. Bobby Reid always had something to the team. Tyrese Hall, young, can see the direction. Johnson can see the direction, and Kevin Lambert added to the list right here. Let me see if they're gonna do the final one. Tyrese Hall and Janara Johnson are both young players. If you want, I think you could have substituted out Joshan Anglin out of that one and put Tyrese Hall in, you know, to make sure you see what they can offer. If you can do without Casey Palmer, because I said he's situational, you can bring Janira Johnson as well. So Casey Palmer and Anglin could have substituted for those positions. So you could have Isaac Russell, Bobby Reid, Tyrese Janira Johnson, and Kevin Lambert, because I would have added Kevin Lambert to this list as well in the main team. I would have added him to the main team as well, people. All right? Yeah, because you need the backup there. You saw how important it is for a deep line defender, somebody that can make tackles. We had to use Joel Latibodier in a lot of times, you know, and he does a good job there, but he's the natural deeper line defensive midfielder. So Kevin Lambert could be used as such, and he can still play centre back as well. All right, Tyrese Campbell. No, Janira Johnson. They have on the list right here. Then in the forward lines, is Bobby Reid playing? No. Bobby Reid, no. Let me check when see the game, because I never checked up on Bobby, but he never got much game time the last time around, so I don't think Bobby is getting any game at all. Let me see. Maybe you have minutes, so he might get some minutes this week. Yeah, might get some minutes. Bobby Reid. 1 second, Bobby Reid. Yeah, he might get some minutes, you know. He might get some minutes. 1 second. No, he never got any minutes as it, you know. Yeah, he never got any minutes at all. So maybe he's carrying an injury or something, because he would less. Hold on. I would have to check. I would check out the Bobby Reid situation. I would check if he's injured or maybe it's a club issue, you know. Yeah, I would check it out, you know. I thought that maybe he would have gotten some minutes because of the situation right here. Campbell is automatic starter this time around, no doubt. So how can he move from I am not running any experiment? Because I'm beating you guys, bad, So low, how can he move on? We can't. We have to box down the coach then, because we're not running any experiment in the Gold Cup. But Tyrese Campbell have to be an automatical starter now. So how people are looking, say low. Me actually all right with what you're saying, But I'm just saying, would the coach not deserve the coach not deserve a box down right there? So how can a man be so not? I can't take no gamble because this is not a testing out phase. To Tyrese Campbell be a starter over Leon Bailey or Demar agree. Boy, if that happen, then I have to just retire. No, low, I understand. But I have to just retire. I just said, let me pack up this thing because there is no continuity in these reasoning. It makes no sense, because we just don't want to experiment. We will take the gamble. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But Odell, I have no problem. Remember, we have Tyrese Campbell as a highly rated footballer, and he keeps on to go higher and higher and higher. You understand me? So so for me, I have no problem with it because I think that he offers more defensive coverage, higher stamina level, and he's not better than Damar Gray or Liam Bailey. But I think that on any one of the wings, they offer more in terms of stamina today than both of them. But maybe that extra quality that both of them have would have still turned out slightly better. But maybe his youth and stuff might just get him fired up and perform even better than both, So I can see the conversation because it is a conversation, Remember, Gray is playing at Birmingham as well, and he's playing in the championship as well. So both of them are in the same league. So if you think that one is delivering a little bit more than one, I have no problem with it. But that's the conversation we should have. Because why I can have this conversation, the Negro fake account? Because one is playing at the same level as the next one. And one keeps on improving. And we can see that. You know what? That's a difference between you and your local conversation. You're talking of nothing at all. Just just this blank. And I should just make up stories and sell a fantasy like you. We can turn on the TV, click on any station, and see Campbell playing, and then we can truly judge him off that. You understand me? That's what sense is called. Something that you're far off. Yes. So, anyways, Tyrese Campbell. Yes, I'm hoping that we get to see him this time, but amongst the starters might not be the case based on how Jamaica selection goes. I'm hoping that he gets selected in the first place. Remember, you said Lati would be good in midfield with someone else better. I think he would with Eden. Okay, well, Lati, Eden, and my boy in midfield. Yeah, that's gonna be a good midfield. Maybe they would have still chose Bobby over the big human being. All right, so I just want to see Campbell get selected in the first place. You understand me? Just get selected in the first place, and I'm okay with that. All right, so people, 1 hour 18 minutes. Damn, I'm on this. 2 hours is long in the blood. All right, 2 hours is long. You understand me? Very, very much long. All right, yes. Kaim Dixon, based on the situation, I think Kaim Dixon should get picked over every JPL players. Regardless if he's playing League 0, he still should get picked over them. So, based off that conversation, Dixon can be on this list because we have JPL players on the list as well. All right? Yes. So, I would say that he's not playing a lower level. And I watched his last game that he played. They lost the game. I don't think he was bad in that game. I think he was decent in that game. All right, and the game before he was okay as well. So 2 games he was okay as well. So he's showcasing that at least he's at a League Two level, which is still above the JPL level. All right. So Dixon, based off the selection on this 44, I think he deserves to be on this list. Final 23, that's a different conversation, right? But for now, would you agree that he deserves to be on the list based on who is on this list? Yes, yeah, he's over the JPL players. I don't think he's over anybody else. He deserves to be on the list based on other. We have to put it in context, because we see other players that are below him on the list. So based on that, he deserves to be on this list. But the 23 now, which would be completely different, a different conversation. But for this, he's deserving on the list. Damara Gray, he's coming back to full fitness. He looks better. He deserves to be on the list because he's playing football. Shamar Nicholson, I still think that Shamar Nicholson deserves to be on the list as well. I know that a lot of people don't rate him. Every week could have disrespect Shamar Nicholson, but nobody said that to the 8 local players. Nobody said they 8 local players when they burn. Me, I always be the one to protect Shamar, or not protect Shamar, but give him credit. Give him credit, But he deserved to be on this list. He could offer some of his experience as well, and he's still playing at a good level. Liga Meki is a good level football. Obviously, it's hard for him to cement himself in the team because of the system changes, and I thought he should have been more versatile than what he is, So it makes him a little bit limited, Boyz question, JD, seriously, no. Boyz is better than every local players. Every Jamaican striker presently, he playing in JPL is better than. Same way. Don't tell me that you think Warner Brown is better than Boyz. Because I've already talked about Warner Brown, brother. Let me stop lying, people. All right? Yes. Let me stop lying. Boyz is better than Seymour Reed. Boyz is still better than Seymour Reed. All right? So let me stop the foolishness. All right? He's better than Seymour Reed and he's better than Warner Brown. So stop the foolishness. All right? So people remember we're talking about this list, You can't fight me for the next list I'm going to make, which is 23. That's the problem. You guys are just cursing me for the future as well. Yo. The man him cursing me for the future. So I've not even make that video as yet, And them a curse me for the video that I've not made as yet, people. So you see why I don't want to come on. People for this. All right, I'm going to ask. Let me keep it in context. That's what I've... So that's... You can't curse me for something I've not said as yet. Context matters. Boyz deserve to be on this damn 44 list. All right? That's what I'm saying, blood. All right? Yes. I'm not fighting because he's junglist and all sorts of foolishness. Yeah, I have no bias, people. I'm just saying he's still better than what I'm seeing in the JPL. So we stop the foolishness. All right? Yes, so Dujon Richards. Ooh! Chevy, stop coming on my channel. Yeah, boy? Stop selling propaganda from your man, them. On my channel, boy, Chevis. All right? Yes. All right, people? So there's someone with there. So talk football. I would say we know what one. There's people just listen to what we say. All right? If you want to go elsewhere, to listen to what I say, you listen to as well. Me no business. But you see what me I say? Once you see a clown I try discredit what me I say, yeah, you have to stand up. All right? Yeah, man. But I told you. And Jane, whether you are right, and don't make people bully you into to say anything different. Don't let Travis and his friends them bully you, because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to hijack the space to their bullyism. People, he made the list because they are interested into picking the player. And I'm not going to say it again 14 times. That's what I said before, and that's what I'm saying after. All right? Let me know if you think that he deserved to make this list. All right? I think that he's just coming back. I am very surprised. You know that Rich is my brethren. I am the greatest supporter of Whisper. You guys might say otherwise, but I don't think Whisper deserves to make this thing this 44 list. No, but you know what? Let me tell you this, blood. I am still picking Whisper for this list because I just saw a name that changed. Yeah, Whisper deserves to make this list. Let me change it because of who else they selected. But I would say that he never deserved to make it naturally. But based on the other man them that he selected. Because believe me, people, I believe today Whisper is better than Warner Brown. I think that Whisper is still better than Seymour Reed. Warner Brown and Seymour Reed, I think Whisper is better than today. And sad to say, I think that Whisper it's what I'm seeing from him. He looks like I don't know if it's Kaim Dixon regressed, but he looks like he's better than Kaim Dixon today too as well. I don't know if it's a system Kaim Dixon playing in as well. So I can see 3 players on this list that Whisper is still better than today. So based off that, I think that he deserves to be on the list, you know. So the context that puts the list together, you know, I think Whisper deserves to be on it, you know. No Whisper, sorry fans, but if them are go pick some ball when a good, we are go pick. Yeah, I'm telling you, I think that Whisper is better than all of these people at this point, so he deserves to be on the list. If it's at the end of the season, surely he's going to deserve to be on the list, you know. What is the purpose of this list? Stedra Roach says, I'm just tell the fans them who they're looking into. Yeah, the sad thing, you know, you see, if you see somebody that is not on this list on the main team, then you have to come back against Cedrai. Then you have to no, but Wells, I think that I've analyzed it fair, Wells. I said Whisper wouldn't deserve to make the team because he's just coming off a 2-year football not playing, blood. Wells, you can't be that biased, blood. All right, we have other players. Okay, blood. But I'm saying based off how they selected people, I said Whisper deserved to make it based off that criteria what they've used to select these people. Yes, you know, so they are looking into people. All right, yes. So Stedrai, I don't know what the purpose of this is. I had assumed early on, you know. I had assumed early on what this purpose is. The purpose is the big bad dogs them in YouTube is the man them that they think should be the big dogs in YouTube and because really and truly, bad as you guys want to take it, you thought that it would have been mainstream media the top outlets them. It's YouTube might be the top outlet. YouTube might be the top outlet. And the people them that works for the JFF are not the top YouTubers them. So they don't control the messages them. So and Mr. Speed kept coming out and said the reason why they want to release the list early because the YouTubers them get the information them before everybody else. So Mr. Speed tell you know people, they tell you, you know, you just don't listen. The problem is me, Ryan, might be their 2 biggest problem because we tend to can't get buyout. And we are going to come and tell the people exactly as it is. So they believe that we are developing narrative against them. So I think it's on mad people, but look into it. It's 2 YouTubers they did this. And just look into it. It might sound mad at first, but that is the reason, said Rai. The sole reason is to make sure they put it out to the people them what they're looking at, what the players that they're looking at. So if I should bring a player out now and say, people, this player can play for Jamaica, you know, and he's playing very good, you know, it won't bring the Campbell effect. It won't bring the Campbell effect like how people beat them about the Campbell and Dixon. The education that we brought to the space, they are trying to omit the education now. They are trying to chop out the education now because they don't want people to know the truth about the players them that can play for Jamaica, because the coach won't be stuttering inside the the press conference when Cranky come up and said, "So coach, let me wipe out my eye, good, because I'm not seeing. So coach, let me understand this. Dixon, you said, will go off with his team, but Dixon never played no game for the whole season. So Dixon won't get any game. So why are you talking about Dixon has to meet up with this team? So, coach, the star poster boy for Dixon's team, I don't know if you know him, you know. He's on the bench, you know. He's on the bench. So how can he not play for Jamaica? But he's the star man for their team. Oh, that makes sense. And the coach, good question, mate. Good question, mate. You know, good question, mate. Cranky corner, man. So people, they have always run away from education. I told you. So it's like I am watching the same thing as you. You're not seeing what I'm seeing from it, you know. Yeah, man. Good question, mate. Good question. Brother, we want some explanation. We don't need no question, mate. You think I England the boy? Big up, no surgeon. So two things. They're YouTube men. They are not the populace. They are not the big deals. The big deals are the gangsters. The big deals on YouTube are the actual jungleses. The jungleses are the big deals on YouTube. If we don't come on YouTube, YouTube not start. You see, at start, people are dream and I watch me stream. Imagine that, people. People are dream and I watch me stream. Not in prime time. I just got up talking about football, doing my vibesy thing, and people dream. I have to send man back on them bed. So we have burned down the building. Alright? We have to send man back on them bed. You know, Negro. We have to send him back on bed, you know? Yes, the grades of the grass are not at a suitable level to Campbell's foot. So, good question, Cedra Roach. And you got the answer. JD Bex, when them see notification, JFF. Oh, yeah. Big boss, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. But people, my life is so nice. I can just leave him alone. It's because you guys keep on Tom. So JFF, tell the people to leave me alone. Because that's why I come on. No, well, we have to, so Russian, we are talking whole team, but we're burning on the building too. You know, you want me to put a straight face and read the news? JD, what did Steve say to Cranky? Good question, mate. Good question, mate. And then he goes in, Dixon is a good kid, you know. Because this is a story. Nosage, listen to me. Nosage said, throw the watch list in that green bin behind you today, a rubbish day. So maybe, listen to me, Nosage. You're not going to do me that. I have not been on the internet for 1 month. And you're out here telling me to throw in my whole video. All right? Yes, anyways, you know. Dixon is a good kid. You know, they like him around the space. Yeah. And, he's more familiar with the grounds, you know. Brother, tell me something that will add to the value of the damn team. Don't tell me about her foolishness. Cranky lose it. Cranky not have no year and he made it. Cranky have less year and he made it. Jesus Christ. What this brother tell me, man? Because remember that Cranky was the biggest fan of Dixon and Cephas and all them stuff there. You see, after the man said that to Cranky, I went over that stream. Yeah, I went over to that stream and Cranky lost it, you know? So, JD, what you say about the great Greenwood? Not on the watch. We have not done the list as yet. Dirty Harry, let me reason note that. All right, let me go to the list because can I get a follow up? Can I get a follow up? Man sound like a robot. Them clone you, bro. Oh you mean? They not clone me. I'm just repeating what you know. Yeah. All right. Anyways, though, so Dujon Richards made the list. Okay. Warner Brown made the list. Warner Brown did something in the game. So I'm based on the rest of the list. Yeah. Roman Burrell fully deserved to make it. Ronaldo Cephas back on the list. Mikel Antonio. Ooh. Mikel Antonio will be the next controversial player. And that's what tells me that this list doesn't have nothing to do about activity and them stuff there. Mikel Antonio was playing a charity match the other day. I think Sunday he played the charity match. Sunday he played the charity match. Everyone calls me KSI. No, man, I'm not KSI. Come on, man. Mikel Antonio played a charity match the other day. Are you U21 match? One of those things, you know? Yeah, Sunday I saw it. Never watched the game, but it never watched the game itself. But I think if you're a player that never made this list, and Mikel Antonio is on the list, and Mikel Antonio is not sure to, it's West Ham U21. Okay. And you're not sure. You are in a good form and you don't make the list, you know. All right. So for instance, you have Jamal Lowe on this list. Jamal Lowe is on this list. If Mikel Antonio makes the list over Jamal Lowe, I think that you know he might can feel away, you know, because Mikel Antonio went in a car accident, all sorts of stories, you know, to get picked over Jamal Lowe just the same, you know. But anyways, Mikel Antonio is on the list. Norman Campbell on the list. Trevante Stewart fully deserved to be on the list. I think Trevante Stewart was disrespected. I think Trevante Stewart is better than Warner Brown, regardless of what people telling me. He's better than Warner Brown. I've been watching the damn player. I think you need to watch the football and stop talking about what he did against Canada. Canada is better than almost everybody in Concacaf. All right, so if we use the same thing what he did against Canada, why don't use the same thing that King did against Johnston? Why don't use the same thing that King did against Johnston? Because King did all sort of garbage against Johnston, but when he said it's Celtics, all of a sudden it's Celtics. But it's Johnston. Johnston is the same right back for Canada. So if one man can't control good or can't pass good or can't do nothing on the field because of Canada players them, why Canada player playing for his club made King can't pass the ball because he can't control as good as possible on the left hand side, and he runs onto him and takes the ball on him from him over and over, and he has to be kicking him down. You understand me? So why we can't? It's like when we like somebody, the facts doesn't matter. But it look like this guy gets a bad rap. He's a good player. He has improved as well and deserve a call up. He made one of the best transfers for Jamaica period, you know, for Jamaica period, and should have been a part of the team regardless, you know. No, I don't think people putting down Kaim Dixon. I don't think, no. Why you have to call King name, JD? No. Gmails, why don't listen? I just have a lot of football things in my head. I watch a lot of football. And remember, the Gmails, you listen well, Gmails? I use a reference from Canada. So that's why I had to use a Canadian player. You want me to be dunce, Gmails, and don't have no knowledge of nothing and just don't say nothing? Because I've just talked about two existing things. And you still say, why I never call King name? I never could have remember anybody else that did bad against a next Canadian player. Yo. Big yourself, Mark. You saw them people. It's like because I have the information, I need to just keep it down and down. Brother, it's visible. Jason, turn on the TV and see if we can find the Celtics versus Celtic match. Because according to Gmails, it never happened. So I should not call a man name. I'm just using it as reference. God damn, man. Big up yourself, Eagle Republic. All right, football. What am I yapping about? I'm talking about football. Just read the title, football, and you will know what I'm talking about. So all I'm saying is, I was trying to advocate for Trivante Stewart being in the team, and saying that you can't use past actions to judge him because you're hyping up an next player, and I have not seen anything different from the next player. That's all I'm saying, you know. Negro said, we see it. Thanks Gmails. We see the bias. Negro, your brain cell don't work. Trevante Stewart, not because he's a bleaching cream. He's from Jamaica. He's from Jamaica. So what bias are you talking about? Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth? What is the bias? You said I was against local players. What is the bias now? I think your brain cell don't work. You might think you're intelligent, but your brain cell don't work when it comes on to talking football. So just leave it alone. Just do me a favor, leave it alone, you know? Because you don't make no sense there. I've just used 2 examples of Canadians and exposed the bias from your side. Lack of comprehension and JD isn't being biased. brother, Gmails does go on my business, Gmail. A 44 man up on the screen. So why me have to talk about Greenwood instant? Hold on. You go come back, you know? Come back later. Boy. Gmails. Come back later. Alright? JD, truth is not accepted. Ignorance is. Yeah, I realize they're biased, man. So they're in a corner hiding, you know? Yeah, so Trevante Stewart, that was bleached out, but he was born in Jamaica. He was the top goal scorer, joint with my boy, run up and down man from Cavaliers, the joint goal scorer at the time. I think he won it at the end. All right, he did play in Jamaica. He did actually play in Jamaica. Yes, not because his face is bleached out and he looks a little bit white. You might think that he comes from Macedonia. And all of a sudden, JD like him because he's from Macedonia. No. He's from Jamaica. All right, yes. So let me continue. So I was not being biased against against local player. He is a local player. People, I am going to beat them bad today. All right. Is it true, JD? No. Well, we will leave that on a separate video when I can put the thing on the screen. Trevante doing something, he deserves a call. If Warner Brown is there. Before the games, the blessings, JD. When it comes to football, forget using facts, reason and sound judgment. You need to use emotion and assumption. Jesus God. So before the game, we are talking them and say, when we are talking about football in the Jamaican space, sense no make no sense, you know? Just Jamaica, the best thing. You know what? Right now, pick one full team of JPL playing players. If you bleach out and left JPL, you can't get no game. You understand me? Just no say. Other man them in a Jamaica play, brother. I want you. The art, a different level. The art. I want you. No Kaim Dixon, no whisper. Them rich and them are 20 years old. I want you, want all of the art man them. The art man them. that is exactly what they want me to do. Yeah, man. So from today, their names are the art man them, the art double A art man them. You know, yeah. Yeah, know myself. We're gonna continue burning them out. You know, Cameron Archer added to this list. JD, use hype, not sense and logic. JD, don't worry. You got your English team you want now. Oh my God, that is so bad. This video, I've advocated for the most local barn players, and this man still in my chat said I got the English team that I wanted. Wow. All right, let me continue because he's just here to disrupt our show. We clearly saw it now because reasoning, logic is not on his side, you know? So anyways, Cameron Archer. Woo! All right. So if this should be true, but they say they're watching this player. That would be a good addition to, very, very good addition to Jamaica's team, you know. Cameron Anshaw, what say you guys? Woo, if they can get them, if they can get that player in, that would be very good. They said, yeah, what, right now, I wouldn't want to show the people. I wouldn't call me and tell me to do showing. So furthermore, people, me no want no channel. At this point, the moderator, them on my channel after today. So them just do what they want to do. You know? Yeah, man, that's the thing there. Archer scored a big goal yesterday. But, well, I'm not talking about what he scored, you know. I think he would be a very good addition. You know? Oh, God. You know. Luton Fire, big up yourself. What you doing, man? Cameron Archer. Oh, God. Yeah, that would have been a good... That's one of the names then that really make me feel good if that should be the case. Cameron Archer, 100%. Gets picked for whatever team Jamaica picks, you know. So if this is true and he's ready to come to play for Jamaica, I am excited to see this player. And you're gonna hear the liar in the chat. Look how him go on about an overseas player. Boy, I don't even know. I should be emotional. I should be emotionless. I just said I saw Cameron Archer and everybody in the chat excited as well. And I'm excited as well. I would love for him to add to the team, you know. Yeah, I think he would have offered way more than Warner Brown. You know, so yeah, I would like him. Cameron Archer. I think Cameron Archer, Trevante Stewart would have added a lot. You know, maybe both of them could have. You have to look at it. Both of them could have even worked. You know, Careful JD, or the Art. You know, yeah, Arch is a decent player, man. Nice addition if he can come in. Malik Matasil. We've talked about Malik Matasil enough on this channel, so we can pass Malik Matasil. Bailey Kadamateri. Ooh, ha. Bailey Kadamateri is back at Sheffield. Already scored so far. Oh, hold on. I'm not done with the list, people. Let me finish the list. I said I have 2 hours, you know, but I'm going to give you guys 2.5 hours blood. So let me finish the list and then we take the questions. Juras, good question. But let me take it, man. Let me take it, man. Hold on. Bailey Kadamateri on list. What say you guys? Ooh. So Bailey Kadamateri, that they said that this man never come back at Jamaica. Down to this, down to that. So, this dude is going to be accepted in Jamaica's team. So, what say you guys, Bailey Kadamateri on this list? Oh, I would love to see him in this team. I would love to see him in this team, you know. I heard that Jamaica was done with him and everything, so I'm glad to see Bailey Kadamateri on this list. And he looks bigger, stronger than previous years. This is going to add a lot of value. If they can get him in. He's a big, strong human being. So I think today, you know, you can bring in Bailey Kadamateri in space of Mikel Antonio. I know that people would be mad when I say that. JD, is that a Trini flag over your right shoulder? Well, if he comes, that would be a good addition because he adds physical makeups to the team. Trevante as well, but he's a much more fluid player than Trevante in my. You see the flag? Where it is? Because unless I have to get up, maybe you guys see it higher than me. There is no Trini flag. I lie on that. Yeah, Bailey Kadamateri would be a good addition. Romario Williams, you know, Javon East over the trash. I don't, unless it's in. That's what I'm saying. Inside, it has to be inside the next building. I don't think so. No. It's the color of the buildings. The black and burgundy looking. It's the color of the buildings. Yes, the rooftop. Yes, it's the color of the buildings. I just saw it before the game. Boy, Trinidad famous, you know, man. It's the color of the buildings. It's the color of the buildings made a Trinidad flag. Oh my God, I never even saw that, you know. Wow. All right. So Javon East and Romario Williams made the list. Okay, others made the list. So Javon East have always infamous Trinidad, yeah. Then we have Jamal Lowe. Jamal Lowe got some game time again, and he's playing at a high level. All right. Seymour Reed. Mr. Dre, if Warner Brown can be a must for Jamaica, I think Kadamat here is better than Warner Brown today. And from 2 years ago as well. Better than the version of Warner Brown that you see today. Yeah, I believe that. So, and the kid go to all levels and Mr. J, what more levels this kid need to show you how good he is? He goes to every level and turn up and then put him back straight into the championship. And he comes back again scoring goals again. But Warner Brown can be a sure pick and he can't be a sure pick. Come on, man. Then we have Seymour Reed. All right, Seymour Reed to finish it off. I think Seymour Reed is just an addition that they want to put in the pipeline now. So if he does anything in the future. Okay, Mr. Jesse Brown is not a must as well. Yeah, because I think some of these players are really, really good players. I like majority of I like Trevor Stewart added tweet, Kevin Lambert added tweet, Aman Knight added tweet, Kadamatiri added tweet, Cameron Archer added tweet. Yeah, I like that. Who else I like? Obviously, I had them in the midfield. Janire Johnson, Tyrese Hall added tweet. I definitely like those two additions. Right there. Then Enrico Henry added tweet. I like that as well. So they have a good amount of players on it that I do like. Then the big one. You sure, Jeff, if not tricking the public? No, but I think these names are names that should be able to get completed for the window, right? Because it's not like Mesa Greenwood that is much more complex to be on both sides. Big up yourself, football fan. Then how you doing, man? Hope all is okay. Stuart, Archer, Bailey, Kalamatier are three strikers. If we working off the watch list only. Yeah, the JFF are fools if they don't cap all and Janeiro. We saying cap, you know, but the fact that I don't think you want to cap somebody if you don't have the intention to go in that direction to play them in the future. So if they don't cap them, you just look at what they're doing, you know. To be honest, you know, because sometimes their intention might be different. Yeah, you heard Mr. Spade said in the future they're trying to make sure it's a full local coaching staff. You honestly believe that most of these people will get picked in the future? You have to listen to what they said, you know, people. That's why I've always come off like a person that's eating on them, you know. But if they have said that, you know, and they said that they are nationalists, listen to the two things that they've said, so, you know. I am not so bright, according to the bright Smiths them. But a man says he wants all Jamaican staff in the team, and then said that they are nationalists. And you saw their judgments as to how they assess things. You really think that you should look for certain extensions? No, I think if these guys can take over, I am going to look for a lot of other. The list is going to go up to 16 to 7. The reverse, the 16, will be the opposite. It's going to be 16 and 7. Yeah, you understand me? It's going to be the opposite, 16 and 7. And it's going to be a 4-16 because in the next 3 years, Jamaica football will not reach anywhere to compete with no high-level football. The closest is going to be closer to USL. The closest gonna be is to USL. You know, the closest it's gonna be closer to USL more than anything else. And you don't know, look, USL is adding a lot of quality players, including some of Jamaica's best players. Because Busy Atkinson was one of Jamaica's best players. He's there now. Speedy is one of Jamaica's best players. Kevin Lambert, they're all there. So I am not even sure in the next 3 years if the JPL will get closer to the USL, because all of the best Jamaican players are actually in the USL. You understand me? If they are not at other locations, you know. Yes, we started with that. But I had told you from a long time, and I had made people know that Curaçao was going to get over 6 players from 2 months ago now. So they can't say they never knew. I just never told them exactly who they were, because I never knew who they were. But it was clear here that a lot of national, Jason can attest to that. From day one, I knew that they are bringing a lot of players. And they're going to still... They're going to... No. It's not unattached Luton Fire. They have a lot of players. I think in total they have like 12 new players. Obviously, they're working on more players. So I think that's why I said at the start, don't take these 7 that comes in. For them alone coming in. I think by the time they reach Jamaica, you might have 2 more added to it. So just know that they have like 9 to 10 players to their pool. Are they good enough to topple Jamaica? I think without any play at all, and what they play, the team that they had in Gold Cup, they can beat Jamaica with that. So if they had chung them to the list, they can beat Jamaica. They can beat Jamaica. I never said they're going to be the favorites over Jamaica. I never said that, because I know a lot of people, when they come on to reasoning their brain cells, they lose their brain cells. Never said they're going to be the favorites. But the first team that they had could have beaten Jamaica, and they're added depth to their team. You understand me? So they are improving their chances to beat Jamaica and Trinidad. Because we are talking about Jamaica like it's only Jamaica alone in the group. Trinidad is in the group as well. So they are preparing their team to beat both Jamaica and Trinidad, and they are improving their chances. I can't give you a percentage on how much chance they have to beat Jamaica or Trinidad, but I want to say that it got better because they have added more quality players. G-Mills, you're part of the bunch that I've just described, so I never expected you to be say anything different. But Curaçao could have beaten Jamaica with the team that they brought to the Gold Cup. Any team Jamaica makes, even with my boy on it, even with Greenwood on it, they could have beaten Jamaica. You know? But that's not meaning that Curaçao is the favorites. Jamaica should still be the favorites going through. But what makes it a competitive group is solely because Curaçao can beat Jamaica. Trinidad can beat Jamaica as well too. Trinidad's chances to beat Jamaica might be slightly less. That's the only difference. But Jamaica should have the favorite spot to qualify. But both Trinidad and Curaçao can beat Jamaica. We just saw Guadeloupe. Brother, we just saw Guadeloupe, the ref of the T-Fort Guadeloupe not to be batter Jamaica. Hold on there. We got back in our delusional fears. We got back in our delusional fears. You see, Curaçao them can be. So you tell me, say Guadeloupe better than Curaçao and Trinidad. No, answer me, people. Guadeloupe better than Curaçao and Trinidad. Guadeloupe is good, which I told you guys that Guadeloupe was very good. But I don't think Guadeloupe is better than Trinidad and Curaçao, people. We need to give other country respect. You understand me? Jamaica is the still favorites. Jamaica is still the favorites. So I am saying what you guys saying. But you are saying like it's impossible for them not to win. Remember, we just saw a team, the ref of the T for the game. For we to get a win over them. And not just, let me take away the game that Guadeloupe played us. Watch Guadeloupe play the other teams as well. That are dubbed as teams that are... Watch Guadeloupe play Panama. Watch Guadeloupe play Panama. Which one of us play better? Guadeloupe playing Panama or Jamaica playing Panama? we don't look like we don't look like we are watch the games them. We watch Guadeloupe play Panama, you know. And Guadeloupe give Panama all sorts of problems, you know. So it was not a mistake. And then when Guadeloupe holds us, our keeper to be the man of the match, Leon Bailey, people. Leon Bailey said, Guadeloupe. Leon Bailey said, Leon Bailey's statement was, it was Andre Blake deserved the man of the match. People, let me worry about my eyes because it can't be my ears not hearing what Leon Bailey said. You remember, people, Leon Bailey, the man who get the man of the match, you know, said, brother, me not deserve the man of the match. Blake, here. Am I lying, people? Please, we have 200 people in the chat. Am I lying? Because I'm just seeing where we lose the conversation. Because I'm just speaking facts, you know. Am I lying, people? You never watched the interview. Am I lying? Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm a liar. And Guadeloupe was not good. You can't. Because Liam Bailey come off the field and say, brother, Blake was the man of the match, brother. So we have to, we want to be proud. So we can say we are the favorites. And that should be fair. That should be fair because we have more players to pick from. So we should be the favorites. And we have higher grade players. We have higher grade players now. So that remain us as the favorites. But to say that they can't beat us and the players them that they are nothing and all sort of foolishness, I am done with that foolishness, you know, even though I never really subscribed to it so much. RVM said, JD, how was your trip to England? I did a video on it to the RVM. You never contacted me or nothing. Man live some life in England, brother, man. Man live some life in England every day. Man out here. That's a brush food and a tour my family them houses, you know. Keep everywhere we go a barbecue, you know. So RVM, I never had even time to go to no game because I was busy just walking around eating food, buying food. I'm just touring in England, you know. I'm just touring in England and living my best life. And I came back, and that's why I wasn't an intention because I'm just living my best life, you know. Just enjoying life, you know, because I know that once I come here, I've analyzed and I know the truth. I put the truth in front of you guys. You're going to fight. So I said, better I just don't do anything. Let me just spend more time with my food. Yeah, so RVM, next time, link up, man, yeah? But because the next time I'm going there, I'm going strictly for matches. So I'm going to do 1 or 2 games the next time, you know? I'm in the USA. Okay, at the moment. Okay, no problem. All right, JD, talk Greenwood now? Yeah. All right, so Greenwood now. Let me type in Mr. Greenwood. Oh, God. So Mr. Greenwood. But why should I talk Mr. Greenwood? When I told you guys 1.5 months ago, one and a half month ago, Mr. Spade came on and said that Mr. Greenwood, we're not sure if Mr. Greenwood will take the call up. You know what? That's what I don't like, you know. When I come here and tell you guys the truth from day one, you guys just like to follow the propaganda when it's in trend. I already told you guys that we don't know the truth about Mr. Greenwood at all. You understand me? Because they're already putting things out that he might not accept the call up from 1.5 months ago. And Mr. Speed said that, you know, on a talk show, you know. But everyone only missed that. So why is it now Mr. Greenwood becomes the big deal of not in the squad? Mr. Speed was telling us from day one. I heard them making up stories saying that, oh, this and that happened. Brother, I am not sure what really happens from the start. All right, JP, how you doing, man? I'm going to be back over the Wemaxit channel. I need to do some Haiti content and Nigeria content as well. Yeah, so look out for that. Yeah, and some Suriname content. So from me, people, Mason Greenwood conversation, I do believe that it's a hard sell to me for believing anything that they said because I am not sure if they have gotten a green light from day one from the player or nothing. I am not sure about anything at all. I just believe that in YouTube space, people make up stories on the player a lot, make up story a lot on the player, and then what they said never really come through, and it kind of make things look bad. That's what I think. So the story might be completely different from what everybody knows. You understand me? Because when they were talking about mother and I want to sign this and I want to sign that, and I said, people, be careful, you know? Because none of these guys know the players, their mother or nobody. You have people in JFF that was giving people information. So who to tell if them people they never never really like the optics of him playing, and they give YouTubers bad information to come out. And those YouTubers are just propagandists. You understand me? So I'm just begging you guys, don't eat the players them. Because you have a lot of propagandist YouTubers. You remember I've started it to tell people, I try to draw people on the corner to beg them money. And try use even the country's football brand to beg money as well. So I'm telling you people, be careful of what. That's why I always say people, make YouTube be what it is. Face value, whatever in the press, we stand for that. People try drawing around corner for say them have extra news, and all them try to do is to beg on the money. Because them try boast to themselves they aren't good enough to be certified, qualified YouTubers. So they want to spin narratives to gain other positions. And that's the ones them put in this position for cursing out these players. I'm telling you. Alright? 95% of the things that they are telling you is not true. It's not true. They are trying to boast to themselves for their own benefits. That's why I said they are not nationalists. They are con man. Alright? They are con man. Yes, so people, the Mr. Greenwood thing, I am hoping that he comes. I am hoping that everything is cemented and he wants to play for Jamaica and all of those stuffs, you know. But sometimes I think they set up people to go against the players them and make up stories and try to make, because they're already xenophobic from day one. They want people to eat the players them. Because remember, a lot of people they were fighting against Mr. Greenwood from day one. So what you think they're gonna do when the time comes to try jump down on the player? They're gonna just start make up stories now on top of it. No. You know, so be careful of this Mr. Greenwood argument, people. And that's the stance I am going to take on it. I don't care who gets offended, because YouTube not putting on my part. So if I don't come on, it's not a problem. You know, but I'm going to talk the truth because I've seen this always, you know. Yeah, so they eat the players them and they want to brag. And without those players, they can't brag, you know. So whenever Mr. Greenwood can come in, he comes in, you know. Mr. Speed already told us a month and a half ago. Say he might not take the call up. So what is new, you know? Nothing is new. You're talking about clickbait media. Yeah, but sometimes it's just a pure EHH fan then. Yeah, it's just a pure EHH, you know? So I'm not gonna jump on this Mr. Greenwood thing about nothing of him coming or not wanting to play or all sort of stories, because I'm telling you people, once they give you information, they have a narrative behind it. They have a narrative behind that said information. All right? They don't just come and tell you anything. Remember, they were crying at the time, nobody should talk about Mr. Greenwood. Then they're trying to force you to tell you that Mr. Greenwood come in. So why do you think they would tell you that Mr. Greenwood not coming as well? They have a narrative behind it, people. So just wait until the kid come. Go back in history. All of the players them that came in late as well. Jamaica doesn't have 3 matches left. You have players that came in when it was 3 matches left, you know? You know, so if he comes in at any point, all they do, Omar, is to make sure they properly sort it out and get the stadium sold out. But you never may know, maybe other people there don't want him as well. Because I heard people in the country say that they don't want him. People in football positions say they don't want him to play for Jamaica. Because what that means for Jamaica, you know, it's not a good representation of Jamaica, because England don't want him. I heard people in football positions said that they don't want him. So people, before you jump to beat the player, I can tell you, don't just jump and believe things because you don't know the truth. All right? Because I heard people literally say they don't want him, and those people are around Jamaica Football Federation and football in Jamaica. And I heard football man in Jamaica say that they don't want him. If it's up to them, he doesn't play for Jamaica. None at all. 2 persons that's around football said that. You know? So maybe, it's a whole heap of people in there making decisions. So sometimes they're not telling you the full truth because some of them might not want the player at all. And it might not be the players, just him alone don't want to come. It might be a lot of things behind it. But believe me, just click this video. Click this part of the video. So whenever Macy Greenwood plays for Jamaica, you're going to hear the narrative that they sold you. Because I have a theory, you know. I have a theory about it. But because I'm still collecting information, that's why I don't say nothing as yet, you know. But believe me, it have a lot to do with whatever project they are in, you know? Yeah. And it's a lot of people don't want him to come and play. And obviously the public, like we and the entire chat, want him to come and play. You know, so that is the big difference, people. That is the big difference, you know? So I'm sad that I did not saw him on this list. But we already heard from a month and a half ago that he might not take the call up, you know? So I was not surprised at all. Josh and Anglin is in the watch list squad. Where is the outrage? Just saying. But Lee Young, because they are nationalists and they are xenophobes, so it was not based on what the guy did, why they didn't like him. It's because he's richer than everybody. He's better at football than everybody. He's just better than all of them. So that's what I was telling you guys a long time ago. It wasn't about what he did or whatever he perceived to do. It was all about who he is and what he values. They have a problem with people that has their things. It's like gonna not listen to me when I'm talking. So Miracle, you're trying to look at those comparisons and stuff. No, it's about what the guys them have, man. Because if he comes here, he's gonna be the biggest player ever to play for Jamaica, and a big deal. You know, I don't think they think they need him to go to the World Cup. Yes, Miracle, I think so as well. You know, we don't care if the guy. Oh. All right, you know, Rookie Chris, come on, Rookie Chris, you can't be like that. Come on, Rookie Chris. Yeah. So, people, I'm telling you, it's the fear of foreigners is the biggest problem. You know, makes most of these players, like the way how they look. People, why you think they don't like me? Just look. I am from Jamaica. Why you think they don't like Liam Bailey? They liked Liam Bailey until he stopped giving them his things. When Butler came out and said, yo, the man in the JFF needs to stop bothering the man about things. You know? And then when he spoke out and said Jamaica can't do nothing for him. But should they know what he was talking about, that's what they're upset, people. It's a bad mind. You have a ball head. No. No, it's because I've always burnt them out and I've always talked about standard. And clearly I am living to my standard. That I don't want anything from nobody. I'm not drawing them man around the corner. For draw them $100 and $200. I'm not doing them stuff there. I'm happy every single time I come on the stream. At my happiness, the joy that I come with every time makes them sad. A man send me a clip. A man live on for my name. And I'm literally in England living the best life. While he's washing clothes. You know, so he's sad. Because from living the best life to washing clothes. People clothes, not your clothes. People clothes. The comparison is not there. You understand me? Yes, and so they have to be sad. Because people still choose me when I'm a part-time YouTuber. You are a full-time YouTuber and a full-time clothes washer. You understand me? And you're still not getting, and you have everything. But people still happy to talk to me. You know why? Because I actually bring some values and I actually have a say and I have the word that they said I should stop talk about on my stream. You understand me? Yeah, so people, it's a fear of people that's successful, you know? Yeah, so don't just believe in this Mr. Greenwood thing. It have a lot to do with it have a lot to do with more things because a lot of people they like to be the biggest in the room always, you know. And anytime somebody bigger than them, they're uncomfortable as Ross, you know. And the more big baller comes in, it's the more we might can't get any coach because Mr. Speed can't oversee and analyze not when Mason Greenwood are playing them. Liam Bailey, Damara agree. What him can tell him man there? What him can tell him man there about football? You understand me? So if we keep on getting all of these big ballers, I think that the selection process of the coaching staff will upgrade. Certain things that they are trying to run into, they can't run into anymore. That's just my view. That's just my view of things, you know? The more the thing goes higher, all of them will have to go. They are going to be you see, he said he's overqualified. Well, the more these big ballers come in, is the lower qualified he's going to be. You understand me? So the ego that they have and they thrive on, they can't have it anymore around certain people. When John Wall came and John Wall said, brother, none of you guys can play football. You don't know nothing about football. These guys ball high water. You know why? Because John Wall was white and he was certified. It makes them uncomfortable, people. So just that's the way that when I'm on YouTube talking, it makes them uncomfortable. Because they know that they can't buy me a box food. And they know that I don't want the box food. Because I can buy 1 million of the box food. You understand me? Yes, so they have a problem with people's achievements. Because they can't use theirs to brag on yours. You understand me? Yes. So don't jump to believe this narrative. And that's why I said I'm collecting data on this Mason Greenwood thing. Because I heard Mr. Speed said it from a month and a half ago. So I'm saying, okay, why would you say this? And then I thought that you want a job. So it's so deep my mind going, people. Yeah, man. So I'm just collecting more data. Just support the team. Wish them the best, you know. Yeah, believe me, know yourself. Nothing that makes sense, you know. But the more you can make sure the situation don't make sense, is the more you're going to be the big dog in that small tiny pond. I remember that around 5 years ago, I said I have not so much respect for people that claim that they were in foreign countries and go back to Jamaica, because I truly believe that it's because they couldn't be successful in those countries why they go back to Jamaica, especially when they are the one printing Jamaica on their face and over the top. I know that they are cosplayers, you know. And maybe those are the things that make people hate me, because they start to see the truth in what I'm saying, you know? Yeah. So, why I've said that is to say this. A lot of them only can be a big fish in a small pond, because they are not comfortable with their own selves. And outside or more knowledge expose them how uncomfortable they are. You know, and I've seen it on YouTube here. I've seen it on YouTube. So I'm talking about the people in position. I've seen them become uncomfortable with people that has more than them. You understand me? So it's tough. You have a tough time going through for the next couple of years, you know? Because if Mr. Speed them get what they want, I think it's going to be limited. I think it's going to be limited. That's my analysis based on everything that is, you know? Yeah. Honestly, if this watch list is true and we don't get we do not get Greenwood eventually, I am pleased with the talents available. I said I like the players them that they have added to the watch list. I like it. You know? But remember, you know, the players them getting on these lists, that wasn't the problem at no point ever in history. It's when things don't go good was the biggest problem. Every time things go bad, we tend to just chop off everything from 1998. You realize? So I am not watching for this list now. Right. I am not watching this list now. I am watching, if we go on to make the World Cup, who gets position and what they do after the World Cup. So if we don't make the World Cup, or if we make the World Cup, what they do after that, because that will teach me what level, what direction we're going in. So I am okay. I will celebrate World Cup, and if we don't make the World Cup, we will complain just the same. But I am watching to see what they do after that, because that is important. That is important, you know, because over the years we have always chopped it back down and talking about we are cost cutting when we never put a dollar. What cost you can cut when they never have nothing? The free money that you get from FIFA, you're cutting costs for? Oh, that makes sense. You know, you're not cost cutting nothing. It was just you believe that others could have done better than others, and because you tried it the way others said you should have tried it, and it never worked. It might have worked, you know, but you don't know what work is, because if you come 5th and come 16th, you're one away from getting a confed spot. But they don't look at it like that. They look at it like if you come 16th and you come 5th, it's the same non-qualification. Just like if a pass mark is 85 and you get 83, you're 2 away from passing it. You just need to study a little bit harder. You get me? They don't see it like that. They see it as 0. So what they did over the years is to go back to their local foolishness right after the failed campaign. They never tried to build on it. So that tells me a proper assessment wasn't done at the time, you know. So those are the things I am looking at. But as what I've said, I went through the list, talked about Macy Greenwood, and I said Jamaica should be the favorites. So in a storyteller, you hear spinning narratives. It's just because they think you don't listen. All right? And from day one, they think you don't listen. So that's why they kept selling you lies. All right? I've always said Jamaica is the favorites in this group. But I've never said that Jamaica couldn't lose to Trinidad or Curaçao. Because I'm not a cosplayer. Hiding behind a nationalist tag because I want to benefit of some tiny peony roles in Jamaica. I'm not that person. I'm an honest human being, and I would love for Jamaica to qualify. And I want to keep these people in the JFF honest. And we know the best way to qualify is to get the best damn players and the best system. So that's a reason for being here. And that is our sole reason for being here. All right? At least when we're talking about Jamaica football. When I'm talking about other countries, it's completely different. My reasons are different. You understand me? Yes. Guys, that we do 5 minutes of sending your questions them. All right? So 5 minutes sending you question and then I'm done. I've done 2 hours 22 minutes. Love that you guys turn up, regardless if it's early, man. We still burn down the building. All right, yeah, man. JD, who you would have added to the list? Daniel Johnson. Daniel Johnson would still be on my list. That is one. The goalkeepers, them I'm going to reserve them because I'm going to do research on their papers thingy. Tavan Gray would have been on my list for sure, 100%. So Daniel Johnson, Tavan Gray would be the first 2 I would have added on the list. Curtis Tilt would have been on my list because people talking but they don't watch football. Curtis Tilt would have been on my list as well, 1000%. Yes, Curtis Tilt did represent Jamaica before, and I still think I added something. Ravel, I have to watch Ravel and see what he's doing, but he still has the ability to pull off something, and a lot of players are on the list that never really played football for a while now. So if you want to say Ravel not playing football, the others ain't playing football. So based off that criteria, you could root for Ravel. Jamal Lowe is on the list already. So I'm okay with him being on the list because I think that he has gotten disrespected in the Jamaica team. I think he's way better than what they have actually sold. You know? Yes, and I don't think he got a fair treatment in the Jamaica team. Yeah, so those are the individuals that I would have rallied for. I think around 3. I would add it to the list. Andre Gray, I would put back on the list. Andre Gray, I would put back on the list. All right, because you claim that you want goal scorers and active players. So Andre Gray would have gone on my list as well. I am not sure if these guys have John Stern. I don't know if he has the full Jamaican papers as yet. But at one point, they said he was going to get selected for Jamaica. So Dujan Sterling, if he has papers, would definitely be one. Guys, there's a lot of players can play for Jamaica, you know. A lot of players. Father Bling, big up yourself. Rookie Chris, big up yourself. Know yourself. A lot of players can play for Jamaica. So even this 40-man list could have been even a 60-man list. And you don't bat an eye. All right? Because you have players in the MLS playing football. I'm not getting picked. You have players in League One playing football not getting picked. You understand me? And you have players from the JPL getting picked. You have players in the USL. Speedy still in the USL. Don't get a look in. And Speedy have been better than almost a lot of midfielders in the USL and maybe in the JPL for 6 years. Never got picked again. You know, obviously people said that have other problems and stuff, but you have a lot of people that could make this list. And it wouldn't have looked like that. I think they just did that to make people know that they try to put as much players right around so people can gravitate from everywhere. So to maximize the reach of the post, that's what they did it for as well, as what I've told you early on. Yes, before the game said, JD, don't know who you're beating, but being a professional that includes operating machinery to wash and dry clothes. Yes. Criteria is too large. As long as we get quality midfielder does and left back and right back, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of players. You know, that's a lot of players. You know. What do you think about this new 8-second goalkeeper rule in the Premier League? And do you think it will be introduced into international? I think they tried something like that before, you know. But they never I think now they are making it a mandatory yellow card, right? So speed up the game, and especially teams under that likes to pull their stunts, make wide backs now more because they had a problem with how much times the game stops per 90 minutes. You know, and when you look how much time you actually play, it's ridiculous. So slowing down the game after being under pressure, I think it's good. Because sometimes smaller teams can pull off the occasional 1-0 over you, and I think it makes teams get beat down because man can eye press them a lot more, you know. So, and it will eventually make the leagues more competitive, especially the Premier League, you know. So I really like it, you know. John Bell wasn't on it as well. You have an ex-Jamaican player that played with Maggie. He did get called up as well in the Guatemala game. The Guatemala game I do believe that he gets I thought that he was better than Maggie from day one. That same player. And he never got a look in again. And you guys will find his name because you have all of the names. Yeah, that guy should have gotten the next call as well. A very good player. Very, very good player. Yeah. The goalkeeping selection dropped the Beckford. Beckford was it. Beckford was it, I think. Beckford was the guy. Thank you, Mullins. Okay, my phone playing up, guys. Sorry. Malik Fassa is better than Tyreek Maggie as well. Well, if it's a forceful corner, that will favor us. I know that the 18 will start, you know, but that will, DJ not being on this list is a crime. That I agree, as well. DJ was the first man, Jairus. That will favor only one team. I will not name that team. I will not name that team. Norman Campbell was always good. Said, Norman Campbell did everything, played good. The time will come. From I heard that, but you know, thank God I'm not in Jamaica, because I'm telling you, I would have to give that coach a big stone. God, guys, you remember that speech that he made about Norman Campbell? The man says everything is good about Norman Campbell. Norman Campbell is doing the greatest things and everything. And then said Dix need to find a game time at his club and he's not getting any game. But still pick Dixon over Norman. And he said he did everything at his club and also in the national team. Norman Campbell went on Honduras, Nicaragua thing and did play well. Jamaica selection. Clearly not up to that coach at all. That coach is an entertainer, man. That coach is an entertainer, you know? Yeah, so yeah, but Eagle probably the coach explained that the last time and he agreed with you as well. But he couldn't do it, you know, because one is a good kid. And one I don't think Norman Campbell is a bad kid. So I'm confused, you know, I'm confused. Every single time these guys speak, you tend to be more confused. Colin Quest says Cephas is poor. Well, Cephas is always a extreme or below par player. So he's going to be ridiculously good on one day or terrible on the next day. You understand me? Because what he used as his strength is not necessarily a thing that you can consistently rely on. Is that the best way to talk about it? Is this the best way to phrase it? His skill set is not something that you can consistently rely on. So he can be very good in one game when that skill set is working. Or best way to put it, he's very limited as to what he relies on. So if that's not functioning in a game, he can become very much non-existent, because I've seen games, a Dominica game, when he just got shut out by just a man zoning the lower lines, and he couldn't get around the lower lines, and he just run into traffic and give the ball back to the guy, and they had to sub him out of the game. If you remember that game, and Jamaica had a good amount of chance. I thought that Kyle Dixon did score in that game, but missed a lot of chances as well when Jamaica won it 3-2, if I'm not forgetting, but I think I'm accurate on that one as well. Yeah, so Cephas needs to run for Turkey track and field team. No, no, man. If he can learn, if he takes it serious and decide that he wants to have he wants to leave an history in football, because, and that's the Liam Bailey conversation led me to believe that you guys don't want to be you don't want to go into the history books. You just want to just make as much money, you know. And I was very much disappointed the road that you guys took on talking about Liam just need to take his bag. No. If I was a footballer that Liam Bailey is, my thing was I want to go down as great as possible, because at some point money don't mean much more. If you have $1 million people, if you have $1 million US in Jamaica, you tend to, if you are living a normal life, you cannot be broke again, ever in history. So if Liam Bailey goes up to 2 billion Jamaican dollars, 3 billion, 4 billion Jamaican dollars, at some point he has to start looking for his legacy. You understand me? So if I'm saying all of that to say this, if Cephas wants to have a legacy in football, he has to take it serious and want to learn the actual crafts of football. I think he's just living off raw pace, you know. Robert Leon said, "Hey JD, great analysis to the point as usual. I have a tribute slash a possible team song for the Reggae Boys. How can I WhatsApp you this exciting motivation song? That is nice. That is nice. So Demshire said that's not true. What's not true, Demshire, about Cephas or about Leon or about the $1 million? So if you're a normal human being and have $1 million US, which is almost 200 million Jamaican dollars, how long you think you're gonna live as a normal human being that have a 95 and waste off that 200 million, living that same normal life? No, brother. I'm not in Jamaica for the longest time. No, $1 million, Nemshire, I never said, Nemshire, you need to listen to me. Nemshire, you need to listen to me properly. $1 million US is 100 and around 50 million Jamaican dollars. If you want to live a normal life, a normal average person, remain normal average, and have your 95, you can live, you understand me, a normal life. So that means you're still going, do your 95 and get in your normal 90. If it's a 16,000 a week, yes, you will not be broke ever until you die. All right, yes. Because that means you spend $2 million per year. And if you're 30 years old, and when you reach 60, you still just actually spend 60 million out of that actual 100 million. And you're talking about not recouping nothing at all. And you still have 60 plus million up to 80 million left. You know, that's all I'm saying. So I'm just saying it to say that Leon Bailey that have 15 times, 25 times, 30 times that can never be broke again. So I think that he should be running down his legacy more than trying to get an extra bag, because even you seeking your legacy, you're still getting bags along the way. You know, JD Cephas have a lot of work to do. Okay. So that was my point. If you think that $1 million US is nothing, all right, tell yourself that. If I get an $1 million US now, I can tell you my daughter will still have money out of that $1 million US, and I'm in Belgium, which is 180 times more expensive than Jamaica. You understand me? And I still think I can make something out of that $1 million US. So you can't tell me that if you have $1 million in Jamaica and you remain your style of living, you only be you're gonna be broke. You know? Yeah, Boss Thomas, no, I'm telling you, because I said it can work for me in Belgium. My life is, but Demshire, if I get that, I don't have that now in Belgium, Demshire, and I'm okay. So imagine if I got that on top of what I have now. Come on, man, Demshire, man. My lifestyle is, I come on YouTube in my free time, chop up things, wash up my grass. Then I have every 3 months I have a vacation going on. Then I do my work, take care of my kid. So because I have $1 million now, all of a sudden now I need to be in the most swaggerific things. I need to be down the street showing people that, yeah man, I'm me name Billy D, you know? No. I am going to be okay, more okay, all right? Because it comes down to what. So you're telling me that? So Demshire, you know my living too boring for you. All right, I still went to England. I went to my family. I can go to any games I want. I can do anything in the world. So my life is not so boring. My life is more organized. That's the difference. My life is more organized. So if that comes in, it's just gonna be a benefit, you know. Only way the money run out is if he doesn't invest any at all. Cause if he keeps up a lifestyle without the earnings, money can done. But that's what I'm saying, Jason. But me, you, and everybody that would have gotten that $1 million that's talking like this, why it wouldn't have actually finished is solely based off the things that we would have actually chosen, you know. Good morning, Michael Sad. How you doing, man? My name food, bro. But listen to me now, Omar, sometimes look how comfortable I am just doing my thing. is because if you find yourself, Omar, in life, things don't trouble you. You understand me? If a man is a billionaire beside me, it doesn't trouble me. You understand me? I'm not uncomfortable with successful people around me. You understand me, Omar? So because I mind my own business, you know? So if his food is my business, well, it is what it is, you know. All right, just put the million in high interest account that pays you monthly and just use the interest paid to live. No, I would have done my normal thing that I'm doing now, get my own money and add to it as well. And then if anything comes up at any point, which is the investment I'm going to put it in. If anything comes up at any point and I think I need to use some of it, I would have used some of it. But because what people sometimes people don't know, money brings more money. You know, money brings more money because you're more comfortable, and maybe some gambles that you would have taken, you wouldn't have now because you're more comfortable. You understand me? Yes. So if you have the $1 million as a security, Roman Norman, big up yourself, thanks for being here. Determined, big up yourself, massive respect. I'm just jumping off, you know, the 2 hours, 40 minutes. So I think that's what we have to look at it as, you know. But it was just me talking about legacy. So let me not jump off what I was actually talking about. All right? Yes. So it was all about legacy, people. All right? So people, this was a good one. We deal with Curaçao's list, and we dealt with corruption, uncomfortableness with success. The SJD persons with a higher income can take greater risk to make more. Ronaldo, how you doing, man? Hope all is well with you and the family. Thanks for being here. Guys, if you just come in, please do double tap the screen. Get us to 200 likes. Big bad show. You know, 200 likes, and then I will consider coming back. I'm holding you bloods hostage, you know, but not today, no, not today, not coming back today. Tomorrow, no, tomorrow I have a jam-packed day. Yeah, so people, big up on yourself, thanks for passing through. Yeah, man, one thing, as what I've said, I've beat out Negro, I beat out G-Mills. Stop making up stories, listen to people, you know. I will never turn cranky. Cranky is cranky himself. All right, they call me the big lights boss. Cranky is a stop the show for likes boss, you know. But to tell you what, I watched some of his later shows. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing, but I have seen him improved and not begging likes anymore, you know. He still beg likes, you know, don't get me wrong. Still the professional beg likes boss. Rasta Gay, big up himself. He's still a professional beg likes boss, but he has improved, you know. I saw him. JD, you did Curaçao list and Jamaica list. You ignore. No. Before the game. For these 2 teams, but I'm going to do every list. So I'm going to do the next 2 lists as well. That's what I said at the start. Nah, man. I made sure not to mix Jamaica and Trinidad in the same video because I was avoiding the unnecessary fights. You know, because you will saw 2 Trinidad man come up and say, yes, Jamaica gonna lose. And I can't talk anymore because the chat mash up, you know. So I try to just separate them. So the next stream I'm going to do, but I did say that way before it came out. Because I'm trying to avoid the unnecessary war, you know, and it's too emotional fan bases, you know. Yes, so Curaçao might be different, you know. If it was Suriname, I wouldn't have put them together either, you know. The fights are going to happen. Them can't, yeah, but at least I'm just coming back, Jason. This can't be my first video, blood. All right, it can't be my first video. Yes, you know, even though I did fought in this video because I had to respond to some clones, you know, because I have to make them know that, you know, I never chose a profession of washing clothes, you know. Yes, so just up off of my name, and I won't pay you any mind because you're not relevant to me, you know, and you have never been relevant to me, you know. Yeah, so I did fart in this stream, but I think everybody knows exactly what I'm responding to. You know? Yes, because I'm not giving them any clout because it's what they're desperate for, you know? Yes. But after this, I have no fights happening. People, next stream is going to be normal stream, Trinidad and the rest of the teams. Them, and then I have Nigeria. So if you want me to hear me talk about other teams, I will actually go over the next channel. You know, yeah. Yes, the person that keeps calling my name, that's what I found out. You know, so I made sure to make him know that I know. So just leave me alone, concentrate on getting the clothes them clean and scamming people around corner for them $2 US dollars. I am not in those departments. I just want to be a normal YouTuber whenever I want to. Whenever I want to. You know? That's all I want. To be left alone like how I'm having my love stream today. That's all I want, you know? Yes. And that's all, you know? Yes. Just peace. All right. So take care of yourself, people. Take care of your mental health. Just live loving, you know, just live loving and live some life, you know, eat some nice food per day, do some good exercise. Yes, man, watch it from the beginning. I've done broke up everything, no problem. All right, so take care of yourself, people. Take care of the mental health, and I am back. You know, maybe not as regular because I'm going to do like 45 different teams, but I will do enough videos on the platform for you not to miss me like before. All right, yeah, man. So big up on yourself. Take care. Bye bye. And for the person that said he wanted to send me whatever music it is, please do so via my Instagram. Link me on the Instagram, and I will send you my number. All right. So take care. Be safe. Bye bye.